Go live soon. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready, set,
Let's go. Let's go. This is our music, Sean.
Woo! Welcome to Full of Brick Friday night.
It's not quite the ACOB music, but it does
I
it.
want to be cool like him. Yes. It's Friday night.
And we're live. Hi, everyone. I am Nick.
And I'm Maria.
And today's special guest is
Sean.
The Right Way.
The right way.
The right way. That's right.
The Right Way.
What's happening, everybody? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Friday.
And we do have a substitute co-host coming in, but he'll be in soon. But
Love it.
welcome to Full of Brick Season 4, Episode 16. Oh, there is our
The Hypester.
special guest.
Woo!
Hey.
Hello, sorry for the delay.
When you say you're on your way, were you like from the top of the stairs and like you had to commute
I
down and look for parking? And
There he is. He's back. We gotta get high blood somehow.
I was running. I was looking for that. What's that star? The Mario star, man. Try and give you that boost of energy.
All right.
I love the sound effects. That's great.
I was
Bonus
just
treat.
thinking, today is April
Hang with the
21st.
Hivester. It's crazy.
Yes, because it's Friday night. Because what else could be more special than this? I don't know. Bedtime, I guess. But we're keeping everyone awake.
Now we have a few
I-
people in the chat already. We have Macro in the chat.
Oh, what's up?
We got
Shout out to Mac.
Devin.
Reinvented.
We got Stud Sidious in the chat as well.
Oh, awesome.
Who's the Sean guy? He needs to learn how to spell his name.
Oh, come on, man. We all know SE makes a sh sound.
Sure.
Right.
We got TJ in the house.
Pidge.
What's up,
And we
TJ?
got Gabriel.
Oh, sorry, TJ.
Yes.
You got to give the proper ninja salute to him. Shout
So
out Ninjago.
Today's special
Yeah.
guest is Sean
The right
from
way.
a couple of Brickheads. Just last week we had his co-host on,
Yeah.
Brent from Brent's Bricks.
I wonder if he did go to all the
And it was
Walmarts.
basically, he was telling us Sean this, Sean that. If Sean was here, he would say this. If
I
Sean was here, he would say
know.
that. Building you up, Sean.
And
Yeah,
so
no,
he-
I feel the same way about Brent, my tag team partner. But like, yeah, I mean, I think we're so in tune with a lot of stuff, and it's just, I don't know. I guess it pops like memories in his head when something comes up, and it's just, yeah, it's fun to hear. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm the older guy, so I'm kind of like, dude, put yourself over, like just just like talk about you, man. But that's Brent, man. He's so giving. He really is, and Hivester, you know him pretty well too at this point. He's as legit as it gets. Like, he's one of the nicest guys inside or outside of Lego you'll ever meet in your life. So
Yeah,
That's,
and he's
that's Brent.
he's loyal, man. He's loyal to the couple
Three
Brickheads brand. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, but Brent, yeah, really, man, heart of gold. He's such a good dude. I can't wait to meet you and
I know.
gosh,
So
all
that's
of you
why
guys. Really, yeah. I mean,
It's-
everybody's gonna
Thinking,
be in Chicago, dude.
today-
I know, man. Like, at first I was thinking like this 5. You guys all closed me on the 5-day or whatever thing, and I was like, I don't know, man. That's a long time. But it's like,
Wednesday to
you
Sunday.
know, no. But now
He
I'm
was
like,
the last
it's like,
person upstanding.
what's what I'm saying?
Last-
We got
last
to
year,
do
Sean-
adjuster hangs. We got to do Hivester hangs. There's like, we're
Wait,
kind
so
of
the
like
Brick
in all
Hive
these
thing?
different
No.
pockets. It's crazy. So it's like, I don't.
Yeah,
there
last
probably
year-
won't be enough time.
Sean
Yeah,
only
man.
came on the public days last year.
Oh, okay, that's probably gonna be me this year.
Right? You didn't come on all 5 last year. You only came on the public days last year, right, Sean?
Yeah, and in fact, I came on a public day. So my story
one
last
day.
Really?
my story last year is, after 4.5 years at my previous gig, it just so happened that like our big onboarding was the week of Brick World. So for my new gig, so I wasn't missing that, not even for Lego. And long story short, I left Denver Friday at Friday morning, got into Chicago around 4 or 5 or whatever, got to the hotel, whatever, had dinner I met Macro right off the rip. It was awesome.
Yes.
Had some dinner, ran into our friend Brixie like really quickly after that.
Oh, this
Maria
then,
learned about the story
yes.
last week.
Yeah. And then we chilled the hotel. That was it. And then I did Saturday. And then because, I had to have my kids, I bolted home Sunday morning. So I did like 36 hours or something last time.
That's
It was
Oh, yeah, 'cause Father's Day, right? Is it Father's
Yeah.
Day weekend?
Is it? Yeah, it is Father's Day
It
weekend.
is. It's always Father's Day weekend. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
So the last
Yeah.
time we were in Chicago for our Father's Day weekend, was it also Chicago Brick World then? But we were there for a Pokemon event.
Yeah.
all right. Well, priority. I mean, look, it's making dad happy.
Yeah.
So
Right.
same's happening this year though. I'm getting up early on. I will miss Sunday as well because I'm coming home to be with the kids. But I figure
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting in Tuesday. Here's what's funny about this. And Hive, I don't know where we're at if you're joining us on this wacky road adventure or not. I know we talked about possibilities,
Yeah,
but
Sean has some plans.
I
you
am
driving
going Tuesday to Columbus, Ohio, the thriving metropolis of
Woo!
Columbus,
Oh,
Ohio.
Brent.
Brent, yes.
And Brent's going to pick me up and I'm going to stay. We're going to go the opposite direction just because I must see his hometown and have a meal there and get the context of beautiful Chillicothe, Ohio. And then we'll begin the trek down. But
Where
yeah,
are you
so we'll
coming
do that.
from?
We'll meet the fam and it'll be
I
fantastic.
think so. Sean just moved. He was in California,
Oh,
and
okay,
they did
okay.
like a whole country drive. And
Oh
now
my gosh.
North Carolina.
Well,
Is that right?
I don't need a tour of Ohio, so Brent don't need to worry. I used to live in Ohio, man. I lived in Akron for many years.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
not about Ohio. I just want to go,
No, just saying. So Brent
Yeah,
don't have to
no,
worry
I
about it.
Listen, no, but it's cool though. I just go by the stores he goes to. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to go check out his
Yeah.
Lego store. That's fun,
And
know.
you can
Like
give us a
So-
report how far all the Walmarts are from him because he's like, oh, I could have done another Walmart with like
I
his whole
need
experience
to-
last weekend.
I need to talk with Brent
Yeah.
and get some like exact addresses and pinpoint some things because I'm not sure
where the cross. Yeah, I don't either.
It's got to be really close, dude, because I'm going through Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You guys
I
can
don't
all
know.
go to the Triple X Burger place. joint.
Either way, Hivester, we can hold out for the emotional hello in person in Chicago if we need to. We'll have some
Brent
oldies.
sent me this meme of like when Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen like met again for like the first time in a long time and like hugging. You know what I mean? He sent me that meme where they're hugging.
Oh,
And
in real life.
I was like, that's like me and you come Brick World. But I was like thinking about, I was like, no, that's gonna be like me and everybody at Brick World.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So
Yeah.
both of you guys driving down or flying?
I'm sure Sean's probably gonna fly.
I'm gonna
'Cause
fly.
He's further away than
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am.
North Carolina.
Yeah. In
I'm
North
gonna-
Carolina, yeah, I moved to North Carolina about 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Very
I'm
good
driving.
over there.
The only reason I'm driving is because I'm bringing my mock. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
and I could do it in one trip, but I think I'm gonna stop somewhere, probably in
Yeah.
Ohio, and
Yeah.
We're doing it in one trip.
Crash.
Right?
Yeah, because ours is just 8 to 10 hours.
We're not as far as high.
No. But
So Sean, you are you unpacked already? Like all your Lego unpacked?
No, man, just whatever I've acquired since I've been here.
oh,
No, we have so my uncle owns a moving and storage company right here where I live. So we're in a fully furnished rental place
oh, cool.
with
Okay.
most of my stuff. I pulled my setup out of there for this, for the show and for work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then some essentials and whatnot. And that didn't mean necessarily Lego at this time. So we're working with a realtor. We're going to find our permanent place and then I'll rediscover all that stuff. But I have been a busy boy already in 3 weeks here. As far as I'm looking around, like it's starting to look like the old room already. It's pretty
yeah, I
bad.
bet. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Priorities.
So
Yeah.
the new place you're getting is a Lego room a priority in
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
What kind of question is this?
no, because
he's
Sean
got a
always
good
talks
No, that's
about-
a very
Sean
important
talks-
question.
Sean talks about an amusement park, a Disney Lego amusement park that he wants to construct. So I'm
Right.
thinking this needs to be a big Lego room.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, so I'm selling it as daddy needs an office because daddy works from home.
Fair.
So yes, I mean I could and should function as both. I think with my old room, even though I didn't have a whole hell of a lot set up in there, it was funny. Like even on like professional business calls and whatnot, people would start peering around, and it was a great icebreaker. Like, were those Lego? And depending on how they said it, I'd be like kids Lego, sure. Or they'd be like,
what's the bad way?
no, you'll have a, like, it's funny. You'll just see the nerd come out in everybody. You know, I was talking to a pretty high ranked guy that works at the store that has blue and yellow in their logo. And he's like, is that the Daily Bugle? Holy shit, that's awesome. And I'm like, yeah, let's do the deal, baby. You know, it all depends. But yeah, it'll function as my work office, my YouTube thing, and my studio. But probably like most of us, like I mean, you know, it's like everybody has the multi-purpose. We're not all bazillionaires. I can't have a room for each, unfortunately. So,
because I know Hive did the same thing, right? Right, Hive. You were at a different spot than when you got your dream Lego room now. When you
if you actually watched, like if you went back and like watched like the first video compared to now. Like if you just watch, I mean, it's impossible. But if you watched everything, you would see the progression of like, I've lived in 1, 2, like 3 different places.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You had your YouTube channel.
Yeah. And it's pretty wild. But I'm in a very small percentage, man. I would say like even like 1%, 2% of like AFOLs, you know, that have the space. Like even you guys have, I've seen you guys like tours, like you guys got a really good amount of space, but like I have stupid amount of space. It's ridiculous.
I saw one of your
oh
front of your house. You have like a big, what do you call it?
It's like a timeshare.
No.
I'm gonna see you over at that wing.
Like
the wraparound porch.
But the reason why,
yeah.
But the reason why I was saying that was I know it sounds crazy, but that was an important question Nick asked, is because like for a lot of us, look, when we were looking for a house, like when we were moving and looking for a house and stuff, like, and Mrs. Hive knows how important this is to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She knows how serious all of us are about this stuff, and on different levels for different things. But like, so she knew I needed a space for the Lego, you know what I mean? And not just the Lego, but like Sean was saying, like, you know, like kind of like an office studio type space. Like this whole corner area is like, you know, editing, art, streaming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, just display, and then of course the city and all that stuff. But,
the man cave.
Yeah. So Sean, I mean, is that gonna, is everything going to how you're liking, you know?
Oh, down here? Yeah, no, I love it. It's fun. Like little things like just you know, going to like, I don't know, just going to Target is so much different than it is in LA.
I mean,
how is it
completely
different?
I use that for a couple of reasons. One, it's like it's a nice, pleasant, calm drive to it, right?
Okay.
And it's pretty on the drive.
Yeah.
And then I get there, and I've never been the guy who needs to park up front, but like, you know, no one wants the last spot either, right? So I was like, but you just casually park, and you know, less traffic in there, but that applies to everything. I haven't been to a drive-through where I was more than third in line, and it's just weird. You know what I mean?
You drive right up, and they have your order already.
I'm sorry. Little super stuff that's just like you don't think about. And I guess the biggest change, and one of the reasons we did it is, you know, my wife is a baller, and she was running the LA market for all the Shake Shacks there, but it was just taking its toll. She missed a lot of my 5-year-old growing up, and my son's about to be 2 this summer. Okay. And so she wanted to be home with him at least till kindergarten. And, you know, I think by making this move economically, we were able to do it a little bit more efficiently here. We could have pulled it off there, but it would have been real tight here. We're going to be able to do a little bit of more stuff, but still
for sure
watching things. But, you know, ultimately, she asked for that, and I want to be able to provide that. I think that's your duty, you know, if as a parent or
this is it.
Like, if you can do it. You know,
the adventure of parenthood, and I've been kind of wawaing to Nick the last few weeks. Our youngest is now 9, right? And I love to cuddle, and I've been privileged, blessed to have 3 boys. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can already feel him not being so affectionate. I can already
Like
sense
the
it.
other two.
And the other two already are like jamming somewhere else. You know, like they're like my
Every-
kids are
once they're teenagers, things change drastically.
totally. And Nick is like, you've had 19 years of cuddles, and I'm like, I
You're
don't
still
know.
me. You can cuddle with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
But
you
you
know,
know something
like, if you
interesting.
can, you know, provide that for your family and your kids, like it's the most precious thing, I think, right? Like,
Yeah.
and what they will remember with you.
I was gonna say it makes this side thing a little more important too. So I want to try to get something going to support the habit at the very least. So we'll see.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say, I just think that the three of us, specifically, just talking everything, I think we're three good examples that I like to often point out to the younger demographics in the Lego community, the T-Falls and even the K-Falls, to show them, like, look, it takes time. None of us could have probably afforded this stuff, you know what I mean, when we were like in our early 20s or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, but if we work hard, you know, you
we're all
grades, you go to school.
1970 babies, right?
But I'm just saying, like, I like to tell a lot of them, because a lot of them, I do get messages randomly here and there, you know what I mean, about like, I wish I had a Lego room like that, or I wish I had, you know, and you know, and I say, man, just keep pushing, you know what I mean? Like, you do good in school.
It wasn't instant. It was over the years that
like I am not young. Like, you see all this gray. Like, it took a long time to get to this.
This white hair never came. Just come from nowhere.
And this is it.
Yeah,
right?
I'm getting the sidewinders now. So, and if you look real close here, yeah, it's coming, baby.
The red is turning white.
Nick and I have always been collectors / hoarders that we do display what we own in such a way that it's pleasant, but we rarely throw things out. Like, I'm slowly starting to declutter certain things, but after like 30 years of collecting like certain things, I have a ton of things, and my kids are like, am I gonna get that? Yeah, you can have everything. Like, I don't care, right?
They're already divvying up the Lego.
They're like, we want the Star
Dad,
Wars.
when you die, I want this set and this set.
Thanks, kids. We love you too.
Nice.
But
that's what I tell my daughter, and that helps her keep her hands off some of it. I feel like such a scumbag, but I'm like, this is all yours. Just you're not ready for it yet. You know?
Yeah. And if anything, they're respectful, right?
That's completely.
I do the Lion King thing. I'm like, you know, instead of like everything the sun touches, I'm like, all this cardboard is yours. As far as the eye can see, but not yet, you know. And yeah, we get her going. You know, she's doing the kid stuff now. She's a little girl. I don't push her into it, but she's organically into the Friends stuff, which is fine for daddy, because those sets are fire. I mean, like,
yeah.
And she's a Star Wars girl.
Something on June 1st is coming out for her then, if you're into the Disney with all the princesses, I
thought you were talking about Ninjago.
The Princess Jungle.
Jungle
set, right?
Mini doll is my daughter's. Yeah, Mini Dolls is my daughter's bag. The $100 set, she's not getting that on June 1st, but because those have a way of hitting 60 at some point. That's what I'll get. And I feel like June 1st, we're at the halfway point for Santa Claus. The hype train will be just in time for that to show up when it should, I think. Yes. That'll be like a really nice mega surprise from Santa. So, yeah. But that's definitely being purchased. You're 100% right. Just not right off the rip.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean's big into Disney because he grew up around Disney World.
Amazing.
And then later on, he was in Disneyland area. Didn't you work at one of them at one
point? I worked at Walt Disney World. Yeah, when I was going to college, I worked for the backlot tour at MGM Studios.
You're on the mic.
I was. Yeah.
So you may laugh at me.
Yeah, it was like, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Disney MGM Studios backlot tour. I'm your host, Sean.
Oh my
god! And we're going to take you through the movies, you know, like whatever. Well, what happened was I was doing that, and there was like a stunt. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like water was going off and like all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like I was putting my heart and soul into my performances for minimum wage, you know, like I was like,
well, we didn't know anything else, right?
Well, I was 18, you know, but it was cool, and you got the free passes and you got the discounts. And you do end up recycling a lot of your paycheck back in there, especially if you're a fan of the product.
I can't imagine.
But but yeah, it was cool. But I ended up leaving because like they wouldn't let me have like any holidays ever off. And
Oh.
like I would cover shifts
Oh,
for
wow.
everybody. I'd go above and beyond. I'm like, guys, but I have to, this is
Yeah.
Christmas. Like, and what it was specifically is there's always these college programs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were college kids that would get the day off and they weren't even necessarily going home to be with their family. And so between that and the lack of pay, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Vista, baby.
Shout out to the guy doing button pushes on Space Mountain, but like I was out there in the heat and working and like,
Yeah.
And you
I
guys are being
felt like putting in really good effort, and I was literally not getting paid more than button push guy. And I'm like, I just in my head, I couldn't do it. But yeah, no, I worked there. It was
That's
fun.
a cool experience.
But you said you prefer Disneyland over Disney World.
So got to clarify. This is good for our Disney nerd friends.
Okay.
Disneyland Park is better than the Magic Kingdom.
Do you agree with that? You're a Disney head too.
I mean, Maria, all due respect, I've spent a lot of time in both.
Are these
as a resort,
logistical reasons?
As a resort, I can explain why. But as a resort, Magic Kingdom smokes Disneyland. It's just it's not even a contest. There's 40 hotels and 4 parks and all that. But I'm saying park for park, and it's not even close. Disneyland, the OG, is my favorite Disney park.
I feel like I need to try this out again. Maybe
here's a fun fact for you. Here's a fun fact for you. Disneyland, which is smaller than Magic Kingdom, has more attractions, than all 4 parks in Florida combined in one park.
Really? I didn't know that.
We need to go back
give it a
and
Google.
readdress this.
I don't know. The last time we went to Disneyland, we were just looking for shade. It was
hot.
We're gonna bring heat. We're gonna bring heat into this at Disneyland. Are you kidding me? Go to Florida in July and tell me about
Disney World.
Oh yeah,
Disney World had more shade. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay, so I grew up going to Disney World almost every year. My uncle just lived 5 miles out, right?
Yeah.
And so it was always our go-to for March breaks or summers. And then I get kids, and it's just like a pilgrimage almost every year. And I don't really go to Disney land. It's just further out in the continent. But we also have way too many relatives there. Like if you do not visit a relative there, like you are cut off.
We're in Disneyland.
In California. Between him and me, it's like the Filipino population there is like insane, right?
Over there? Yeah, for sure.
So we kind of stay away from California. Love it. But so when we finally went with the kids in
Nevada,
2019
we went.
I was just underwhelmed, I guess, by the when you go
maybe
to
you were
Disney
expecting
World,
more.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting Disney World, right? And so the scope of the castle visually is already like magic, like
because it's smaller.
And then we turn around and I'm like, oh my god, like where did it go? So I think I was underwhelmed by that.
Yeah,
but I mean, in terms of the rides and everything, it was very good too.
Yeah, it was good.
So part of it for me was like I was always just dying to go. I didn't make it to Disneyland till I was probably 30 or something like that. Yeah. So I same story, but similar to yours, except like I literally lived in Orlando and went all the time and had season passes and worked there and blah blah blah. So
my god, I'm so jealous of your life.
You're
couldn't get more hyped.
Yeah.
Disneyland couldn't get more hyped for me. There was no YouTube back then, but I remember seeing this white mountain and I'm like, not Space Mountain, but I saw this other mountain. I'm like, what's going on there? And it's
different. Something different.
And I'm like, what? Well, wait, why is this over here? And why did they get Splash Mountain first? And I mean, I knew about all that stuff and I knew a little bit about the lore, but there really is something about being in the only park that Walt set foot in, man. And he's still got an office there. And it's just so like, it's a time. Yeah.
Before we went to Disneyland, we actually went and did the whole nerd thing of like reading up all the history and like like when you go down Main Street, like what are the offices that are there, like, and that's one of the things I've always wanted to do and I haven't had a chance to, like, but they actually have like tours, like day tours for adult fan of I want to say adult fan of Lego, adult fan of Disney.
What is that?
AFODs, right? It's like, what kind of channel are we talking about here right now? But I have yet to do that.
I think they call it Disney adults, and it's like a slander now. So, but yeah,
Disney adults, yeah,
they do. They're like those Disney adults. I mean, it's talk about an interesting fandom. I mean, some of them go as far as to say like they should legit at least a few days a year have a no kids day. Like that's how psycho they are. And I'm like,
have you been to Disney Hive?
I have not
at all.
I have
ever?
not been to any of the parks.
Oh,
Yeah.
You've just been to like Six Flags.
Yeah, I've been to like theme parks like Six Flags, Magic Mountain type stuff. You know, I went to actually the one in LA.
Max.
Yeah. But no, the Disney parks have just always kind of slipped by me. Now, Mrs. Hive has been to them multiple times. You know,
how about your daughter?
How have you not gone with Mrs. Hive? Because I'm surprised with this because she has that wonderful collection of.
I know she's a pretty big Disney head too. I don't know where fandom level she's at, but she's definitely a Disney head.
I'm feeling a team field trip at some point, you know?
I am down for it.
Yes.
Hive, dude. We could all rent a big house or something.
Check this out. We've already been talking about it, but it's something that she told me. She's like, look, we definitely have to plan for something like this and save for it because she's like, I know you alone. She's like, I know you alone would drop a few grand just on Star Wars stuff. You know what I mean?
So, Hive, are you going to choose Disneyland or World?
Oh, he needs to go to World if he's going.
World, because the Galaxy's Edge for the most part. You know what I mean? I got the Star Wars thing is the biggest thing for me.
First of all, Richie's dropping some comments about me in here. He said they had DCC with his Disney college program back in your day, Sean. I know a kid doing that now. I'm not ancient, first of all. The college program's been around for a while. And then he said, do you consider yourself a Disney adult? Or are you just an adult that likes Disney?
Dude.
I guess I'm a Disney adult. It doesn't mean we're all built the same, just like AFOLs aren't built the same, you know, whatever you want to call me. But I have two very beautiful built-in excuses that I bring with me just to, you know, shed any of that, which is my two children, you know, so I can.
Yes, that's always a good excuse.
I can nerd out. My wife, she was into it, but now she's like super into it.
Dude, version just went to Disney by herself last weekend. She ran the race. And I'm like, oh my God, I have never experienced going to a Disney park by myself, like ever. Like I was always my parents' child, and then I went with friends, and then I was a mother, right?
The scope of it, Hive, is for Florida. When you go there, it's going to blow your mind out of your head. It's so epic.
Well, it's Florida itself. That's another place I've lived a huge chunk of my life. I've lived in Pensacola and Key West, like huge parts of my life. Yeah. But so check this out. Us doing like a field trip thing is so rad on so many levels.
Yeah, dude.
So look, a lot of our friends are there. Just the first three that come to my mind is one, it would just be awesome having like a field trip with you, friends or family kind of thing or whatever, man. You know what I mean? Just that experience alone, right? Two, going to Disneyland for like, especially for a first timer,
with crazy
being with somebody that knows it. It's very helpful.
Oh, dude,
very helpful. So not just fun, but that's helpful, right? That's right. So three, dude, all the video footage we could get, dude. Like,
no, we are intense.
So awesome.
We are there from crack of dawn until the very end of midnight. Like my kids are used to it.
You want to get
no one is getting tired. Okay, we train all year long.
Train, baby. I like it.
And walk and walk.
Listen, and by the way, Hive, you said prepare. The finance is a big part of it for sure, no doubt. Well, but this is more confusing. Disney now is to do it right, even for pros, to do it right is more confusing than the most confusing, you know, sort of Lego VIP promo. It is bonkers. Like there's just so many things to consider. Apps are involved, and you got to figure out if you want to pay a little extra to skip some lines, and what days it's worth it, and what days it's not.
Disney just
dining reservations,
like I go there, and you know, if you like tap your credit card everywhere, I think they're just tapping me. Like I just lean on a wall and ding, 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 ding,
exactly.
ding, ding.
But for Hive, I would keep it real simple. It's like I would prioritize getting a reservation at Oga's in Galaxy's Edge. I would let the girls run around and do because they don't.
We were at Oga's at like 10 a.m. when it first opened.
I want to see your face in person, seeing a life-size Millennium Falcon in your face.
Yeah,
I know,
right? Just watch that and just like film it.
I want to see my face too.
Well, you will with my camera. That's what I'm saying. You know,
I am getting tickled excited by this. You
We-
have
we
no
went to
idea.
This is such like this for me would be. I don't want to say better than Brick World, but definitely right there with it, man.
you know why we need to do
That's
this,
what it's called, Disney World.
Nick, Maria? You know why we need to do this? Because you know the Hivester has been a great friend of the show. Not just on air, but off air. He's definitely just the best guy to ask about anything. Love you, Hive.
Oh, I appreciate it. I love you too.
But he's been on and we've been reviewing some like Disney sets and stuff, and he's like, yeah, nope, not buying it, nope. And now with this reveal, I don't think I even asked you that question point blank. You haven't been, and so we could potentially be creating a friggin' monster here if we can get him.
No.
Right? Just the energy that we're exuding, he feels the love tonight. What movie and
There
what
have
year?
been
Go.
I had him teetering on a few Disney sets, in particular that little castle set. He was right on the edge. He's like,
Yeah.
man.
So
Oh, the
there
Disney
are
princess.
there's been a few themes lately that I've been like dodging. Like, so the castle theme is one of them. Like dodged that one, and then like pins. I've already been kind of liking pins, and then I saw like text
the
video,
pins.
you know,
Yeah.
over
Oh,
the
pins,
UK.
Disney pins.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude. I'm like,
get it.
you know,
I
I did
have
buy
not
a
been.
something
Yeah,
totally
I have
yeah.
not delved into that one. I've actually been very good. It's been 2 decades now of pins, and I have yet to buy
Because
a pin.
Tech just came back from Star Wars Celebration, and he said there were 55 pins there
Holy
to
moly!
get,
dude.
and these are like
How much?
different ways to get them. You can get like $10 for like a packet of 2, but then he said overall you can easily spend like a ton just
Yeah.
Yeah.
trading and getting pins.
Yeah, I would advise staying away from pins. Like, I mean,
I
you gotta get. I mean, you gotta behave yourself. So I would
Yeah.
just get a couple from, get you Galaxy's Edge for your first visit. Get you whatever you're into.
Look, there's a
Brent's watching while working. Shout out to Brent for holding it down.
when we
Awesome.
go to Galaxy, the 2 major things that I need to get is I'm going to build a lightsaber and I'm going to build a droid.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
That's it.
You
Oh,
gotta
well, I
book
mean,
that-
you know,
you gotta book that way ahead of
Yes,
time.
you
No,
gotta
no,
book
no,
that
no.
ahead
I'm
of
saying,
time.
but Hive. Okay, so now you're in for the sabers are what
250.
220,
Yeah.
250 now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
50. I have a
And
friend
the
who just went
droids are
and
about
bought it.
100. So Hive, right there is a girthy Lego set
I
with those
feel
two.
like we
You
need to
know-
give ourselves like maybe next summer.
But I will tell you,
will make a confession that I almost sometimes wish I didn't collect so much Lego because I'd really like to get like some like those, you know, like the lights, like the really nice like few $100 lightsabers.
Sure.
Dude, I've been looking at helmets lately.
Oh, the helmets
Oh,
are
nice.
sick.
Awesome helmets.
They're so good.
Was
You
it
get
Harold?
these little
What
horrible
kind of
helmets.
smoke did you get
You
into
know, it's-
here?
Dude, I thought about it, Hive, because like we're getting, I mean, I don't usually pay retail for the helmets, but they're 70. But you get a Black Series helmet for 100 on sale or whatever. Dude, they're so awesome. But I'm like, I'm not going down the rabbit hole, and I've kept myself off. But
I've even looked at like the Iron Man suits and stuff, and I'm like,
Oh, this is a
I
different
could
category now.
totally get it.
hear
My
about-
credit will allow me to get that. But I'm like, no, you better not spend multiple thousands of dollars on that. Because not only that, but look, she's really lenient with me, like really lenient with me about like just whatever, you know what I mean? I like
What's
bought,
behind
like,
you?
But if I bought like a $12,000 Iron Man suit or something, dude,
Yeah,
she'd be like,
maybe it.
"What are you?"
No,
What is
you know-
this purchase? What is this? We
Hive,
got
they
a lot
have
of
an
points.
OG.
What is
They have
this?
the OG Stormy in there. You can buy too, like life
Oh, really?
size. Yeah, it's pretty. Well, I guess it would be first order. Maybe it's first. Either way, it's badass. But so I did the lightsaber. There is video footage of Sean the Right Way shedding a tear as I was building my saber. It's out there, not on the internet. It's not on the internet, but it's out there in a
on
phone of
Facebook.
my wife's, I think. But
Okay.
I went the day it opened. I did not get a reservation, but I'm a motor mouth sales guy. I was like, I'm gonna die tomorrow, whatever.
You're in.
And so when you're building the thing, and I don't want to do too much spoilers, but like there's this moment where you're going to ignite, and there's this voice telling you like it's now time to ignite your saber, and it's like
Oh,
and
yeah. I've
then
seen a lot of video footage and stuff like that.
okay, so I'm not spoiling much, but it goes, and I was like, oh, and I know what it is, and I know it's plastic, and I know it's
not the
like
point,
probably
man.
only worth $30.
Really high precious resin, okay? Not
Dude,
just plastic.
I was, and my wife's like, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I was just like almost not bawling, but like more than one tear. I was like, this is one of the coolest moments of my life. So Hive, you gotta have that moment. And I've done you can bring I was gonna say a witness. You can bring a person or two with you to do it. So Mrs. Hive will get to see your face. And I did that twice, and I did not get around to building the droid for whatever reason. Because that's just a lot of spend, And so, long story short, I had gift cards burn a hole in my pocket, and I was like, all right, well, this will be the time I do that. I felt better. Like it wasn't for me necessarily. And so I let my daughter build it, and she put together the weirdest, cutest looking R2D2
I want that one.
And straight up, like that experience, not as cool as the Saber, but I'd say it's like 2/3 as cool as the Saber. You know what I mean? Like, so I definitely recommend hitting those, no doubt. They obviously have, one of the more epic Lego stores, which we've seen our friends go to on videos and stuff down there.
Yeah.
And you can get lost and you could you could take a day off and just do the shopping district and
definitely,
like alone, that's a day if you want it to be. So, yeah.
Well, before Galaxy's Edge opened, they always had like a little bit of they had the Star Wars ride, like the old Star Wars ride where you had like the
Star Tours.
Yeah, Star Tours, right?
Yeah.
So my kids would go there and they would actually have a little blurb like thing where they actually fight with Darth Vader.
Oh,
and those are the things where you actually have to sign up.
Oh, Jedi Training Academy.
The Jedi Training Academy. So, I had two boys who were able to do that when they were 4 years old. And I'm just trying to find pictures of it because, again, you try to make memories, right? Like, as that.
Do they even remember?
What's funny, Hive, is I've been to
pictures. We did this.
I've been to the Jedi Training Academy at least, 50 times. And not once have I seen an uncle try to murder their nephew in their sleep. But, that's neither here nor there. So.
But Hive, if you're planning on going to Disney,
Ryan Johnson,
you do have to train for all the walking.
Dude.
Like we went in the year 2000. We were 22. Yeah. We had park hoppers where you can do 2 parks a day. So it was easy back then. We were like going to 2 parks a day. The next day, another 2 parks. Now you barely get through 1 park. It's just the old legs.
Yeah, that's why I gotta do it. I gotta do it within 2 years. I have.
And then, like I said, like my uncle lives not too far from it, so we actually leave a bunch of like summer clothes at his place, like flip flops. But my kids have also bought those. It's like a Disney souvenir where you put water in it and it blows.
Oh,
it's a little fan and
the mister, yeah.
So we don't want to buy that every year. Like that thing's an arm and a leg now. But I think we bought it when it was like maybe $20, and even then we're like, this is $20. But that was like probably my oldest son's thing, and it's still being sold now. And I think it's $32 now.
How much?
At least, I'm sure.
20? So best investment ever. But every time you go, take that with you.
Now, that is my only fear of unleashing the Hivester there, because as we know, he is quite legendary for his rants about Lego prices. So Hive, when I don't know if you're like a soda man or what, but when they charge you $6 for a little, soda bottle, try not to lose your mind on that.
No. When stuff like that, I'll rent here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I'm not gonna change the prices or something like that. But
that's
like
true.
when I go to specific things, like if I go to a ball game or something like that, I know. Just like the Brick World and stuff. Like I know when we go to Brick World, stuff's gonna be generally more expensive there. I mean, you might find some good deals, and especially like with the
yard sales.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, good. So you're at peace with it heading in. I like that.
Okay. But we will take this offline, this whole idea of finding the world of Disney.
I think it's time for our first segment. Share your stories. Share your stories. Share your stories. Weekly recap.
Haven't we been sharing stories?
But this is the week.
You guys both have those nice bumpers. I just throw a damn title on the screen. I gotta step it up. I like that.
The thing was, when this happens, me and Harold were like, how come we weren't consulted about this? Like,
I'm like,
what if I didn't like the color?
I just surprise you with these things.
And like, why was it your voice and not my voice?
So
share your stories.
So
share
Sean,
your stories.
I like that voice. It's a great voice.
You have anything interesting that happened this week?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of goes into show and tell a little bit, but we could do a different show and tell. I can start with well, you guys have all seen the TIE Interceptor Fang Fighter thing. So we're seeing everybody get these things, and an interesting thing about that is, are they street dated? Are they not? But somewhere around midweek, I want to say, guys, it was maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, a bunch of dudes and gals were running out of targets on social media with this new set, and I'm like, how is this happening?
This is a different set, not the one that Brent had.
Oh, okay,
It's a
okay,
different
okay,
one.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
grab
with
it.
Walmart street dating.
Let me grab it.
Oh,
And
Yeah, because last week
usually
Brent wanted
Walmart
the
doesn't care.
executor.
yes. Oh,
Mm.
So this is supposed to come out May 1st, correct?
Yes.
This
For
is supposed to come out
This
May
is
I
the
1st.
wanna
set.
say-
Maria.
yeah.
oh.
This is a May
But,
1st set.
I guess we see where the cheaper price went into, because that Mandalorian fighter is supposed to, the wings are supposed to, I guess, be able to be inverted.
Yeah.
If that's
Gotcha.
the right correction, the right word for that.
So again,
Yeah,
is this an
so-
error on Walmart's part? Like that they just sold
No,
it?
so Walmart was doing the right thing by not breaking street date, and I'm not necessarily saying Target is, and this is where it's interesting. So you're
Oh.
hearing all this, and you're like, so one of the things is, it's not that the person at the store is a jerk or whatever necessarily. It's like they literally can't ring the thing out at
Mhm,
Walmart,
mhm. Yeah.
because I
yeah.
think you said somebody had Brent, a couple other people, where like the manager was called up, and even the GM of the store can't do it. So like,
override.
right. So just
Yeah.
like operationally, they can't do it. So
Mhm.
there's that. But this other one was a curious case, because I'm like, okay, so clearly it's not street dated, because anybody who's found one on shelf is walking out with it saying
Mhm.
yeehaw. And so long story short, a good friend of ours who's been on the show a lot of times provided me with a barcode, and I went into Target. It wasn't on the shelf, and I just I saw one of the dudes with the boop boops, running around doing stuff, and I just said, "Hey, can you boop this real quick?" He's like, I've got two in the back, and it doesn't look street dated. Do you want me to get you one? I'm like,
Uh,
Like,
Can you get two?
I don't just walk around with a barcode.
no, I left one for whoever. This isn't.
Left one for Timmy.
Yeah, I left one for Timmy. Shout out to Timmy. And so, I got my set. So it was interesting in the sense that you guys, if you guys haven't seen my stuff, for your viewers out there, I'm a retail guy, and so like, I just love the whole process. And yeah, it was weird. Like, I feel like I pulled one over, but it was not street dated. So either somebody dropped the ball, or they didn't mind that much, or I don't know what's going on with that. But, and by the way, for those who were wondering, that's the only one they had. They didn't have the executor. They didn't have the snot technique. What's it called? The
snub fighter.
Yeah, the snub fighter. Any of the other stuff. And so, which is, I didn't want to go too crazy, because we still got a GWP to hit. You know what I mean? And I plan on just doing. I am getting the X-wing. If that's something you want to talk about, we can talk about that, because there's a lot of hate on that set right now, and like, it's the motivations seem odd to me. But anyway,
Are you getting that Hive?
Yeah, most definitely, and I agree with Sean. I think there's a lot of hate on it, but I will say that I do have a somewhat biased opinion, because I don't have the only X-wing I have is Poe's X-wing from like the sequel movies,
Right.
and I don't have the UCS X-wing from the past. So for me, this is really great, and I only literally have like one complain about it, and that's just, I think they should have made a new dome for R2, because he just looks ridiculously small in it. But beyond that, dude, I think it looks beautiful. I have no complaints.
I agree. R2 is problematic, but like, look, I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect set, I don't think. And so exactly for what I was alluding to is, I lovingly refer to them as the Clone Boys, but the Clone Boys came out. That's prequel lovers. And they've come out in full force, and anytime anything other than a Clone Boy set comes out, they just go ape. And it was funny. They were like,
different story for me.
but they were mid rant on this one, Hive, on the X-wing, and still licking their wounds on that when they got the news of all news that apparently they're going to get a Venator in the. And so even then they're like, yeah, I know, but I still hate this X-wing. I'm like, just let it go.
What did they want? What
anything, dude, anything. They would have taken anything prequel or Clone Wars or whatever over this. And it makes me come off like I don't like that stuff. I like it fine. It's just like, it's just weird that nobody's going to tell me that one of those ships is going to outsell an X-Wing. It's just not. You also have to bring business sense into it.
That's also another story as well.
It's been 10 years, Hive. I mean, they needed to do another X-Wing. That's like the peanut butter and jelly of Star Wars.
I know, but this is probably gonna be too wide of a subject to cover, right now or nothing. But this will lead to I'm gonna have a Star Wars stream like in about a week or so.
Give us.
But I'll probably like invite Sean and everybody on there too. So
just give us a little taste.
Let's do it.
Okay. One, the market or the tide is turning with Star Wars
for sure.
As far as the marketing and the selling and the toys and stuff like that. So let me ask you a question before I get into it. All right. So the original trilogy, do you think that they make the original trilogy stuff more because the designers and all of them love the original trilogies more, or because it's like strictly we think it's going to sell more?
Correct.
Number 2.
It's going to sell more.
A million percent.
And I can't argue with that, even though I do.
They want to sell the product.
I do rate about like they love the original trilogy and stuff, and I'm always I don't care what you like, designer.
All right, but let's go with it's not okay. But to be fair, devil's advocate, going against what I just said, you look at the team there; they look a lot more like us than they do the younger guys.
Well, correct. They were the ones who were watching.
So they might personally enjoy it, but I will say the reason I don't think so is, these guys have had to make these, sets over and over again. So no matter how much you love somebody, they might be getting bored of hammering out X-Wing. So there's that going too, right? I mean, like on a personal level, but I always stand by, and I'm not saying it's right and all that, but Lego knows that this thing's going to be a banger, and they want to get the best bang for their buck, and it looks like they've settled in, at least the past few years, into this 200-ish price point, because we had R2 was 2, Land Speeder before the price increase was right around 2, and then this one's 2, and then you get your big boy you get your big boy UCS in the fall.
I mean, I don't know when exactly it's going to happen. I know it's already happening. To what degree I don't know, and since Lego doesn't give us like really good data on sales and all that jazz, it's really hard to tell. I just know that I'm part of the group that was with the original trilogy. I mean, for crying out loud, I can barely remember seeing Return of the Jedi in the movie.
Hive's older than all of us.
I know. I'm sure of that.
No.
Like,
by a smidge.
I'm 46. Okay, so I was born in 77.
I'm 2 seconds below there.
We're 45. We're 45.
All right.
44. So we're all in a row here.
Yeah.
Now, so we all remember when the prequels came out. All right, there was a lot of weirdness, a lot of love, a lot of hate, a lot of division. You know what I mean? Especially
a lot of Jar Jar hate.
Yeah. Now I think a lot of us probably look back on the prequels a little differently now.
Yeah.
We've had time to kind of marinate on it and respect it for what it was. I know I look at it differently now in different ways. But the kids that grew up with the prequels, those young kids that are now in their 20s and stuff, and now they're graduating college or getting out there, and they're going to start making money. Not yet, but we were just talking about it earlier. It's going to take a little while unless you just like have money or you got a good job right away. But they're the ones that are going to want to buy that Venator, and that like I can imagine a lot of them probably looked at that Land Speeder, that UCS Land Speeder, and were like, dude.
That was day one.
So many awesome things you made.
That was day one for me.
But a lot of us, even me, I was torn on it. But I'm not gonna lie, I do agree with Sean. Like the original stuff is more recognizable still.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, give it another 5-10ish years.
That's fine. And nobody's debated that. However, I will debate this. I don't think it's gonna sell as strongly as OT stuff, even then. I think this Venator is going to get a nice pop when it comes out, and then it's not going to be talked about again.
That's it. Yeah.
It's going to sit.
I really wish we knew the stats on stuff, because I would love to
I'm
know.
not rooting for it, but dude, people are. I'm in the stores. I'm watching stuff. People are still walking out with a Millennium Falcon. People are still walking out with it. I'm talking UCS, AT-ATs. They're walking out with them. I'm sorry, but I
I'm
feel
still
like
eyeballing the Falcon.
gunship gang came and went like I don't know,
Yeah.
but but
That's the
gunship.
gunship.
The gunship, right? It was cool for 5 minutes. They even hated that because of the
The
figure.
Clone Boys hated. Yeah, the Clone Boys hated
Clone
that.
Boys hated because of the
Clone Wars
figure,
one.
but beyond that, I don't know this Hive because we don't have the data. But I would bet a pretty interesting sum of money that thing is not selling well, hasn't sold well,
But see,
and so that's a concern.
The thing that I don't understand is it seems like clearly clone stuff sells well. Like, you know,
On the lower end, yes. On the lower end,
Yeah,
because
the
the income's not
minifigures.
there yet, and the nostalgia isn't. It's there, but dude, it's not like OT nostalgia yet.
Yeah.
It's
And
not.
also, this isn't even the year to have this conversation because they're coming out with all kinds of clone stuff, dude. So,
Yeah, no,
like,
I mean, and that's okay. That's my other point, right? It's like,
right.
it's like, yeah, but you guys are getting like because I'm friends with all these guys, you know, and then like they're getting all their wish list stuff checked, and it is funny. I mean, it's Star Wars fans in general are never happy. I get that, but like, you know, like if a little. And again, you know, Ryan's, you know, a good friend, and he has his gripes, and I get that, and you know, like but guys, you're eating right now, man. You guys are eating. Like you're getting a lot of sets right now, so like everybody should be happy. You know, you're getting your clones in all the rainbow of flavors, you know, that everybody wants. So
what Cities is saying here that the sequels for the new generation. So our youngest son Hayden,
obsessed with Star Wars.
his favorite movies are the sequels.
Yeah.
He loves
and look,
and my daughter's
Rise of
too.
Skywalker.
My daughter's 5 and she thinks Rey is the greatest, and I'm fine with that. And I think Hive is an extension of what you're talking about.
Because look, when you're
it comes in waves.
like when all of our kids are a little older and they're gonna talk about like, oh, the sequels are the best, and all the
Exactly.
prequels
Yeah,
are
it's
a
the
little
same thing.
older,
It'll be the
they're
same
gonna like smack them upside. No,
And
man,
it doesn't
the prequels
change.
are
Way
and
back
then,
in the
we're gonna
day.
be behind them going, nah, man. The
I
sequels
mean,
are
again,
the best,
exactly.
you know?
So when they become that age and they have the dough, they'll get their UCS raised speeder. You know, like they're going.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be a thing
The crazy
for them.
thing
But,
is, not to get into the sequels, but yeah, I really wish they would have not divided us even more with the sequels.
I know. Well,
we're all like,
I think this has brought, honestly, Hive, I think this has brought the most kumbaya to the community because the sequel, the OT and the prequel guys are like, hey guys, let's just take a break for a minute and like we can unequivocally say that our trilogy is not worse than this. Can we all agree on something? Yes, cool. You know, it's kind of like when Bills fans and Dolphins fans are temporarily friends when the Patriots or Jets lose. You know what I mean? It's like, we're fine.
The OTs and the sequel boys are gonna team up.
Well,
against,
and you know what? I will say
the prequel boys
about the younger
Devin, you're right too.
The prequel fans is I've honestly, for the most part, I don't think I've ever. They always are respectful to the original trilogy. I will say that about the prequel fans. You know, like the Ryans, and
Ryan is.
Tyler, you know,
I tell them that every time. I'm like, you are the most level-headed prequel fan I've ever met.
No, I mean, honestly, I think all the ones I've talked to, man, like they're always respectful of the OT. You know, I'm with you. They may not like it the same way or as much, but they always have respect, especially Luke. Dude, I've watched a lot of reactions. Remember when Luke got in Mandalorian season 2 at the end?
Yeah.
Dude, I cried when that happened, dude. And I watched so many reactions. Yeah, I didn't realize so many other people, even guys, just bawling their eyes out, man.
I didn't record that one, but yes, that happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was so emotional.
Nor did this is the right way. She didn't.
Especially after we saw the sequels, dude. You know, we got to see Luke like kick some real butt. You know, it was awesome. Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah.
Hive, how about you? Anything interesting this week?
Oh, well, I was supposed to be working on multiple videos, but I could not stop watching streams and building the Daily Bugle. I built the Daily Bugle. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't build that one yet. You have a spot in your city for that?
Well, it's funny you should mention that because hey, Howie.
Soon we'll have a neutral street.
I'm getting ready to switch up. Where am I at? I'm getting ready to switch up the city. I'm getting ready to put a table over there and kind of move some stuff around the train tracks. But yeah, the Daily Bugle is already kind of sitting back there, but you can't see it.
Nice.
How'd you like that build?
Oh, it's fun. It was really fun.
Were you surprised, Hive? I was surprised it wasn't as sort of, I don't know if flimsy is the word, but people kind of were like, this is real brittle. You got to be real careful. Like I saw a lot of people saying,
solid.
when you move it, you do need to take it apart.
Yeah, because like I built it here.
Because of the transparency of it?
I wouldn't carry the thing built very far, but you know,
yeah, I mean, I built it here and then moved it over back
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But like, I just, held the base plate and then the top of it.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't take the floors off? I took the floors off. Yeah.
Nah, because I'm just dumb like that, man.
I took the
And
floors off when I
I'm
put it
even
up
more
there.
dumb because I should film it just in case I do drop it. Because
Views, baby.
Views out of it. But yeah, it wasn't too bad of a
What's funny though, Hive, is if you did drop it, then you'd have at least 50% of the people going, he dropped it on purpose for the views.
I know. You can never make anyone happy.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I just, I was pretty busy with work, and and then I have a meeting every week with the gang, with the Good Morning Gang.
Do you guys have meetings at ACOB?
Like I'm never part
of
my meetings.
We don't have meetings.
So, not like Good Morning Brick World team. Like I love that. That's awesome that they get to do that. We are in constant communication on a team iMessage thread, and we're just constantly just talking as friends, but then also throwing in some business stuff too.
Some ideas.
Yeah, like, hey, did we confirm so and so? I think this might be worth talking about this week. And so we have that, and then we have is it Apple Notes, whatever the yellow app is on the iPhone, the notes thing. And so we do that, and we do a share on that, so anybody can put topics in there and stuff like that. Nice. And honestly, I try to plan out the concepts or the show theme, like the big segment. And that a lot of that stuff though is organically, and it is also timely, because regardless of your show comes on Friday, we're on Thursday, Hive, you're on Sunday. It's like, we don't know exactly when the news is going to break. So if a leak or something comes out, I know Hive said like, man, this came out the day after our show. And when it comes out the day after your show, Hive, it's like, well, then I've got 4 days and that thing's ancient by the time we get to my show. So like, I guess I'm looking for like topical relevant, but I don't have to lean on that too much, because we can have some, I don't want to say high concept, but concept is not that deep, but we have some concept shows that we roll out like organically. The week before this, I was talking to Ryan, and he introduced me to this big whatnot guy, Fat Figs. And I was like, you know what? Let me go check out what's going on over there again. Dude, I got obsessed heavy.
Maria doesn't know Whatnot. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so Whatnot is a live auction platform.
I have to know about this? I feel like you say the word auction, and I need to step away.
Yeah, no, you do. You have that kind of personality. Yeah, no, for sure. And so what they'll do is they have a little lazy Susan. And they've got the price on there, and you set up an account, you tie your bank account to it and all that fun stuff. And they'll be like, here's a 501st Trooper. And, they just, people bid till the timer runs out. What's interesting though is there's a lot of sniping going. It actually promotes sniping. And what sniping is getting in a bid right before it hits zero.
Yeah.
And so like, say the figure's $12, it'll be like 3, 2, and then Hive bids, it bumps another like 10 seconds on top of that. So Hive has it, but then I can Hive back and overpay for it, and he can get me back. And the guys on there, that's what was fascinating, was like, okay, I like the mechanics of it. I think things like QVC are way outdated at this point. I like how fast it is. These guys can move through, I think somebody said like 300 figures during a stream. Look at those profit margins. Depends on what they bought them for.
Yeah.
And how many hours is this?
My business head likes it, but then, as a consumer of this stuff, I'm like,
yeah, well, this is my
I'm like, honey, I'm going to go mess around with this. I said, you're going to see some charges tonight. I'm going to probably spend about $100. I just want to see what's going on here. And I had a great time with it. And so I'm like, cool, let's talk about it, because I felt like, Whatnot came, I think we're coming up on a year since they really did their big push with again, some of our friends in the Lego YouTube space are doing it over there. And I think a lot of us maybe looked at it and went, yeah, it's cool. Oh, wow. But because somebody's a personality, they're going to overpay for that fig. And so I was like, I'm happy for them if they're getting it, but it's not for me to buy from. But now that it's leveled off, you can get in my estimation, maybe 20% off of like an eBay price or a Bricklink price if you don't if you're doing it right. And for old heads, it's fantastic because it is a very clone boy world over there. And so they'll run like, purple clone, orange clone, da 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 da. By the way, here's a an OG Stormy. And I'm like, $2. Thank you. So, and then the other thing I like is that, it promotes you to buy more because the shipping is heaviest with the first fig. It's like $4. But then each additional one, Hive, is 25 cents, 50 cents or whatever for each additional fig you order for the shipping. So it makes you sort of want to go ahead and make it worth your while to get an order out.
Yeah, that's what I've told people.
Nutshell, Maria, you got to check it out. Yeah. Go ahead, Hive.
Yeah.
They might have pens. They might have pens there.
Well, I was gonna jump on your guys' stream last night. I just was doing kind of too much at once, but because I've sold. I'm getting ready to sell them. Getting ready to sell some more figs on there pretty soon. I'm just not on the level of like them guys are. But it's interesting, that Fat Figs Ryan and who was the other guy again? I forgot his name. But he had
Fritz is something. Fritz.
Yeah, but he does
great guy.
He does auctions that I don't really even touch. And they're like blind bag type auction stuff. You know what I mean?
You have like games.
These guys stopped doing that. No, he stopped doing that like a long time ago, he said.
Oh, never mind then. I thought he was still doing
No, but I'm with you. We covered that.
But there is a lot of that still happening. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
And and you could get some cool stuff, man. It's just I don't like playing. Look, I'm a numbers person and I'm not even good at math. I know. So look, but it is great for other stuff. But the thing about like Ryan that's really interesting is like, dude, if I have a stream and I put something on there like at the same price as Ryan, if I put on like like an expensive minifig and put it on there for $1, someone's gonna get a mad deal. You know what I mean? Because I don't have that many people watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the other thing, right, Maria? There's no competition with the bigger name. Maybe they have 200 viewers and somebody else.
But that's good. I like that, man.
Yeah.
Now with Ryan, it's a little different. With Ryan, it's more for me. I'll try and get some stuff in the auction, but it just never happens because I'm not competing with a lot of people in there. But he has a store, like a buy it now thing in there. It's not just an auction. You can have buy it now stuff. And he has great stuff in his buy it now that I bought. I just bought actually like some foil packs, I think, not too long ago. But that's the other thing about Whatnot. I like a lot of those guys getting big because you can get some good deals on stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it is fun if you get into a decent auction.
It's fun to snipe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nick and Maria, I'd advise, set a limit, put the kids to bed. You're cuddling up, having a, and just go on there and have a little fun. Be responsible. But it is a rush. It does feel very Vegas Hive. It does feel. It's just pointed out. It's a great business model because there could be emotion. Like I'm not letting it get away, and I think I have a barometer and I know what my limits are. But I know a lot of people don't. And so they'll be like, it's another 5. Who cares? But if I know for a fact I can get it for less somewhere else, I'm not doing it. Like, I have that, whatever. But it's very much like that. And then the one thing Hive was talking about real quick. So another part of the platform are the games or the blind bags, right? So they have these things where I think the drawer game is the one I saw the most, right? So you'll have a big box with the little drawers, kind of like what are those drawers for Lego called that everybody has? Those big that brand
bins.
Yeah, or
The
Stack-Ons. Yeah, but with the small, the little small.
Yeah.
Like
for like these things.
Or even smaller, but a good example, maybe like an advent calendar, whatever. It's set up like that.
Okay, yeah.
And so you win an auction to get a pick out of these. Say there's 40 boxes. You pay $15 and you pick whatever number on there is left, and you get that fig. And if it's the one everybody's after, great. But they do tell you in advance, like you may pay $15 to enter this gamble. It's straight up gambling. But you pay $15, you may end up with a $5 fig, or you might end up with a $500 fig. It's just however the cookie crumbles.
That's right.
And that's like the simplest form. But there's some other stuff where you can get like an instant winner, or 4 of you will be selected to be in the grand prize drawing.
Crazy slippery slopes.
It is. And where they get you, Hive, the best is they'll put like a damn I don't think I've seen a Falcon yet, but they'll put like a girthy setup there, like a $250 something, always in your face, like you have a shot at this, man. And it's kind of like
Door
when
number
you go
one,
to the
door
store
number
and
two.
buy, when people go to the store and buy lottery tickets, they're seeing all those billboards, like you could win 57 million, and you're like, oh, I have a shot at this. So it's kind of like that on a much smaller scale. But
Yeah.
Could you type in like
what you're looking for?
pens, purses?
Yeah,
like it's not
that's
just
what I was
Lego.
gonna say.
Why do
No,
you
man,
think I'm
it's
into pens or
Funko.
purses?
Anything
I don't know, that's
you
what you
want,
like.
artwork, collections, makeup, clothes.
Anything that people want to sell, basically.
Yeah,
Nick-
man.
Nick's
Good
looking
thing
for
I don't know
approval
how
to
to
hold
search
account.
what not.
There's a whole shoe thing on there, man.
Birthdays. What's my cheapest birthday present?
Jordan, so the Jordan game is strong on there. The baseball or the sports cards is massive on there.
Yeah, Open Bill
and
Repeat was saying comics.
Pokemon.
Comics are big.
It's got ups and downs. You know what I mean? Like, so look, it's like eBay, but like crunched into like 30 seconds.
Yes.
So you compete with people for stuff that you want.
But
And
it's
like I
like
said,
that
there is
time
a lot-
crunch, right? And again, like you're right, you have to place your emotions aside because that's like
Just
you,
wait for the
you
next
feel like
one.
you're winning and you want to keep winning, and that's what's dangerous.
Yeah.
like,
So
on bids, right?
sometimes I'll sit there in some auctions and kind of see what's going on. Maybe I'll bid on something, and sometimes I'll go back and forth a little bit, and then I'm like, no, it's not worth that much.
I'm out.
Yeah. But like again, a lot of these guys have buy it now sections, man.
Yeah.
And like hundreds of stuff in there, and all kinds of things, not just figs, like custom pieces and sets and. Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
It's cool. And by the way, I think this is tip of the iceberg, by the way. They're figuring out the mechanics right now with this, but this is going to be the next big thing, like in the world within I think in maybe 2 years. They already valuated at $4 billion, which is insane. I was like, I don't believe it.
As long as they can integrate good buy it now part. As long as you can have both sides of that, dude.
No, the draw. And this is what they haven't tapped into yet.
Macari and eBay.
Correct.
And all that.
Here's where they have opportunity, I think, is you always hear like, people buy the salesman and not necessarily the product. And I think like there's a long way to go, which I'm not saying these guys, some of them are very entertaining. But right now, it's very like product only focused. Like I said, basically in the shot, when you go there, there'll be like a little lazy Susan spinner in the fig they're talking about, which people want to see. I get that. But when I say this platform idea is going to explode, it's going to end up being little baby micro QVC infomercials slinging like serious product, not this. And that's backed. You could give it a quick Google, but in Asia, I forget the number of billions, call it 20. I have no idea. Dollar business already today, just on makeup alone. Yeah. Okay. So, once this Instagram's figuring it out, Amazon's figuring it out, Whatnot's already figured it out. My projection is they're going to get gobbled by one of them. That's their goal. Obviously, is just get acquired by one of these monsters. And pretty soon, when you click an ad in the very near future for, I don't know, a garden hose, whatever. You're going through Instagram and they've got a garden hose on there. God, Sean, pick something sexier. But that, and you're going to see Sean the Right Way going like, hey guys, we got a special going on. Instead of a homepage with a hero image, you're going to see someone on there like live selling. Like that is 100% the future. And that's if you even go that far to go to that destination. I think Instagram and all those places are going to get obliterated by this stuff. Like it's going to be. And people, and they're calling it, the term for it is retailtainment. It's people. People like watching. Look at what videos we watch on YouTube. We watch people go buy hauls and stuff like that and whatever. And now it's like, okay, so let me get this straight. Instead of me just adding this thing to the cart and paying for it and getting it sent, before I do that, I'm going to listen to this person convince me just a little bit more about this. And it builds engagement. Like there's so many pluses for the brands too. And then you can upsell. It's like, well, I came here to get this, but now he's saying he's saying I need this to go with it. I didn't know that. Now you're helping me. But then again, now I'm adding another $50 to the cart I didn't know about. So for me, it's bigger than Lego. It is like the coolest thing ever, and like I'm like, I don't have the inventory like that for that, but I'm like, I want to get an account and just start slinging because I think
you just want to be the mic guy.
I'd be a hell of an entrepreneur, man. I'd motivate
and
people.
that's-
I'd be like, you're gonna let him take that from you? Come on, man. You know, like,
that's something that I would and I didn't get to watch all the stream last night, so I don't know if you asked the guys this.
I hope nobody did. It was way too long.
Well, I mean, because I'm
Almost
curious sometimes. Like for me, it's a side thing. Like I just happen to have like 1,000 minifigs and stuff. You know what I mean? And I just sometimes I get like a set, and I've already got some of those figs or whatever the case may be. And plus, some figs are sentimental to me. Other ones that a lot of people think they would be are not. Like some of the UCS stuff. So for me, I've made a pretty good amount of money in the last several months. You know what I mean? Doing it just here and there. But like for somebody like Fat Figs, or Maddie or Ryan, like, dude, they get like shipments of figs to sell. And I'm like, because I said in their comments, their chat last night about how like, and some people might have thought I was joking, but I was being serious about how like it creates jobs, man.
No,
like,
it does.
That's really awesome that there is that outlet and that somebody can make a living off doing that, man. That is pure entrepreneurial enterprise, whatever, capitalism at its finest.
Next generation.
Well, and Ryan, and now you're adding an entertainment aspect again. Like an eBay listing in and of itself is pretty cold, right? They've had the same white screen, and you got the product. And is it an auction? Is it flat now? Exactly.
And, like 12 people are watching it, but are you sure 12 people are watching it?
And don't get me wrong. Like Ryan's a different story. Like similar ones like Ryan are kind of a different story because again, Ryan had a celebrity kind of aspect to it.
They're going to bring their audience too.
Yeah, and plus some people will buy something from Ryan and they'll spend a lot of money on it. Like, I mean, even me, I'm Ryan's friend. I got an autographed 501st battle pack. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
It's so cool he comes on our show. I get it.
But for more normal, like even Fat Figs and all them guys like that are big but still a little bit more normal is like you get instantaneous value of a fig too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if somebody somebody's like, look, I want Thrawn and I'll fight you for it. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like Thrawn's worth like $80. So I don't know how much Thrawn's worth right now. But
I think he's pushing 2 now. It's insane.
Dude, I don't even know. Thrawn's one of the ones that I missed out on.
Came looking the smallest set too.
Wow.
Yeah. The set alone's what, 200-300? I mean, that's the other part. So the other thing that's fascinating for me, Nick, Maria, we haven't talked about it much or at all, but I'm not, and I haven't been like the biggest sort of fig head there is. I like the whole package, but I understand that there's an economy, a very healthy economy for just figs. I recognize it, but
I think Maria started with figs.
For me personally, what I love most about Lego, in fact, is that it's the complete package. Because when you go to any other toy, or most of them, I can't say all, but most of them, like even with straight up regular Star Wars non-Lego, it's like you got to buy the figures, then you got to buy this. They don't come with the ships don't come with figures since we were kids. I don't think. There's exceptions, but for the most part, if you're buying an X-wing, you're not getting a fig. For normie Star Wars stuff. And so I love that you get the complete experience with the package, and that character is supposed to be there, and then you get the set. Like I like the whole deal, but these guys, it's just about the figs for them. And that could just be because that's what they want at the end of the day. Figures are always
they want their armies. They want armies.
They want to do armies. And quite frankly, look at your backdrop. You guys are I was talking about being at stages in your life where you have the room to put this stuff. You can put a couple thousand figs in just about any room or any situation. Whereas with some of these sets, it's not happening. So I get that out of
a good example. I took the figs out of this, sold them on Whatnot.
Scumbag.
Now I have a tank. You know what I mean? Now I just have a tank, and I'm like, all right, I got a tank, but I don't really want just a tank. But now I've got like 3. I think I got 2 or 3 of them, so I might make like a big tank. I don't know.
But your tank, I'm assuming your tank was free, right? After you sold those, for the most part.
You made your money back.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I'm sure. Yeah, I can't remember how much I sold them for, but
because the purple guys are like what 10 to 12 by themselves, right? And so
but I generally once in a while, man, I'll sell something for a good amount. Most of the time, I'm pretty decent on prices. Like, and it's so weird. Like, I remember I sold my UCS Boba Fett, But I didn't think anybody. But I literally said in the stream, I was like, dude, no one's gonna buy it. Because like I don't remember what was different about him, but it was just something like on the face, maybe
The art.
slightly.
Was it the arms?
Yeah.
I don't even remember, man. But I was like, I already got like 9 Boba Fett's. You know, I don't care about them.
How many
you
do you
know?
need?
Yeah.
And someone was like, I'll buy them, and I sold them for like
Did you get a good
85, 90 bucks, something like that.
Oh wow.
So but yeah, I mean, so it's so anyways, that's kind of how I sometimes the topics find you in a way, so that's why I was like, this is interesting, I'm excited about it, I think that'll translate, let me take the next step and get people who actually know what the hell they're talking about. And so I've been fortunate enough through, I guess, my biz dev acumen and how to reach out and get people on, and I did what I always do. I go case the joint. I know enough about it. I hit them up in the DMs and I said, hey man, this is fascinating. I have a little show. You might not have heard of it, but blah, blah, blah. I'd love to have, and they're tickled because I have found that people, because they were like, really? You want to interview me for what? I'm like, because I think what you do is awesome. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, come on, dude. So, for people who are like nervous about that stuff, dude, most times, especially in our community, everybody is super cool about coming on and stuff. So, that's just a tip for everybody. Just in life, it doesn't hurt to ask, anyway.
Right,
but
lately for guests,
for example, what's that?
Lately for guests, I've been trying to get on guests who I know are going to go to Brick World Chicago, because I want to make these connections now. So when we get to Brick World Chicago,
I love it.
We've bypassed the awkwardness.
So if you notice all these guests that have been coming on, they're all coming to Chicago, and even the ones coming in the future.
Hey,
so
it's coming up. We'll get right into hug mode if you guys are huggers.
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. I can't wait to see me keep coming up to people going, "Come on, man!" and everybody's gonna be like,
"Ah, man."
Well, Sean, you're like 6'4". We're little. Maria's 5 foot. I'm 5 foot.
I'll pick both of you up and we'll spin around like we're in a movie. It'll be fun.
On your shoulders.
It'll be like the reunion, of reunions. It'll be fantastic. But
yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, but no, I was gonna say, like, I tell this story all the time, but like Hive, I think when we started, we had nothing, and I was just like, I like this Hive guy. I'm like, we're nothing, but hey, would you come on the show? He's like, yeah, sure. What time? I'm like, but dude, you're like the guy. What's going on? He's like, no, whatever. Yeah, I'll come on. And fuck, I got nothing else. I'm sorry, I got nothing else going on. We cuss on our show. I'm sorry. I got nothing going on. And then we became friends through that. But like, he didn't know us from Adam, and like everybody has been largely the same way. I haven't yet to have anybody just like straight up say like no or whatever. There's been a couple like I'm busy's and whatever, but looking at the camera now, I will get you eventually, whoever hasn't been on. So I do that for work. So I kind of know there's an art to it too, obviously, but generally, even with pedestrian, no skills, whatever you want to call it, just ask. I mean, and be nice about it, and probably give them a compliment and tell them why you're reaching out. Just like, hey, you want to come on my show? Yeah. You got to give a little bit of context. Say, hey, we're a show mainly for adults. It's a bunch of, we sit around and we laugh a lot and and we're not building on this stream. We're just yeah, sounds fun. Sign me up,
Yeah.
So
now small coincidence. I noticed that you're going to have Justin on next week. He's actually coming on the day after on our show too.
Oh, it's almost like when celebrities
do a small coincidence.
He's like a new movie that comes out, and all the celebrities go to all the shows. Like,
it's like the talk show. That's funny. Brent, you see Brent's comment? I hugged Sean as soon as I saw him. It was beautiful.
Oh.
And it's true. We have video footage of the first. So it's funny because, like, my guys have become quickly some of my best friends. And like. And to think we're doing all this, it's not seeing each other in person until I think over a year into the show that we had done together every week. I had never met Brent in person,
I was emotional when I left everybody at Brick Fair a couple years ago.
Yeah.
When I first met everybody, like
a lot of people came to your house too, right?
Yeah, a handful. And I'll be doing that again this year. For if you're going to Brick World, I mean not Brick World. If you're going to Brick Fair, reach out to me. What's it? Yeah. So I'll be having another because I don't know what I have a feeling I'm probably not gonna be able to do like Brick Fair this year. Like I'll be doing Brick World. I'll probably only maybe go for like maybe one of the public days or something like that because
Hive, I might be down by the way for that.
Dude.
A 1 day Magoo, just a 1 day. Just go dip my foot in the pool. I'm with you. I'm already taking.
And that's why I keep trying to tell everybody, like, you could stay. I have a big enough place. You could just stay the night if you want. Like, if you want
to pop my head in there. I want to wear an interesting T-shirt and just
pool. Even though it's hot, we can have a bonfire if we want. And we got a hot tub. We got a hot tub. Hot tub. We got to see the ducks. We got to see, we got to see the pup. We got to see the whole thing. It'll be fantastic.
So, before show and tell, for our week, we actually celebrated our 19th wedding anniversary on Monday.
That's right.
Hey!
Oh, congratulations!
And
so
Maria was.
How long have we been together? 28 years.
Yeah, but we got married.
Grade 5.
I've known her since grade 5, but we only started dating in grade 5.
You started dating in 5th grade? That's interesting. Because I had a girlfriend in 5th grade for a period or two.
Until recess, right?
It is funny though. It's like started in the morning, but by the end of the day, she was done with it.
But Maria's like, where do you want to go for our anniversary?
I know.
I
wanted to go to the Brazilian steakhouse.
I'm kind of digging some Greek food. So for our 19th anniversary, we just had Greek takeout.
It's cool. I did the whole catering thing,
And Nick, she's being very cool, but you realize for next year we got to step this thing up, buddy.
That's right. 20,
it
right?
It was the 20th.
20.
Yeah, he did say that. He's like, it's not a big number. I'm like,
and that's going to be damn near 30 overall if I'm doing my math right?
Yeah.
So, and shout out to, well, I guess you guys were young, so it makes sense, but I'm like 9 years before he popped the question. Was that controversial at the time? 8 years.
8 years.
Well, I mean, we did the whole school thing. We had to do the
we
whole
had to go through
school.
All right.
I think it's finally that time.
It's time for show and tell.
Oh, we're going back?
It's a show and tell.
So all this music is like composed by our middle guy. So he likes to compose lots of music. And
I like it, man.
This is how we showcase.
Yeah, bring back Jersey Shore. Remember the fest bump?
Brett has some good pop.
Jeez Louise, man. I'm gonna be getting down here soon. I can't stop.
All right.
So, show and tell. First. This is a tribute to Mrs. Hive, but I found my very first snow globe.
Oh my goodness!
There is no water in and this is my very first. I probably had it with 11 or 12. It's the Little Mermaid, and I was just enamored with the Little Mermaid because, it's a Little Mermaid, and she was in water.
Yeah.
And I probably had
Brick Hive's wife collects these.
Yes,
snow
and
globes.
it's musical. It plays part of your world, and I was just in love with this movie. Like this was the movie. And I grew up on Disney movies.
Well, I'm gonna make sure she watches this back and sees this because she.
And so I remember.
Does she have this? Maybe she even has it.
I don't think she does, but if she doesn't have a Little Mermaid,
this is like one of the first ones that came out at the Disney store, and I was just agog that it exists. And I probably scrimped and saved.
Could you buy these at the parks?
No, this is 30 years old. This is. I was 11 and I got this.
Yeah, because that's why she doesn't collect them anymore. Because
they're gone, right? But
I swear, I told her
my young life. I think I've had about maybe 7 or 8 globes, and my kids have broken a number of them.
We're gonna get a copyright strike with this music.
I don't want to interrupt. I just don't want to forget this. This is just really
They
good.
just texted me. By the way, they just texted me and said to tell you to turn this off.
All right,
talk over the music.
Quiet.
Monetized gang.
But
I knew nothing about it till 3 weeks ago. That was crazy.
And I have it stored in a very dark place. This does not see light, and there's no water. I have no idea where the water went.
It must have leaked out.
And when I look at the bottom, I don't know. Everything, it's in a shelf in a darkened area of my bookshelf, but it's just. I don't know where the water went. I don't know if it evaporated maybe from here. I have to Google this, the process of water evaporating from a snow.
And then you also need the little sparkly flakes in there too.
Yeah, they're all here. They're all dried out. They're all dried out like me.
Okay,
I'm middle-aged too.
You're not that dried out.
I don't know.
This makes me think of a very, very interesting question because Mrs. Hive doesn't collect these things anymore.
That's what she said.
Because she says they don't make them out of the same material. They're more plastic now instead of they're not heavy like they used to be.
Yeah,
whatever.
This is heavy.
So, but it makes me think if Lego was made out of the plastic that it's made out of, and they made it out of a cheaper material.
Yeah.
would we be like,
You would feel it.
Yeah.
You would know.
I don't know if I want to collect
Yeah.
this product.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think that's a deal breaker.
Just something to ponder. Just something to ponder on, everybody. I don't.
No, we're gonna get paper sets here.
I don't want to disrupt.
What else you got?
So I don't go to the Lego store.
Try to sell Hive
We definitely show her that.
try to sell Hive like a paper mache, Star Cruiser.
Where's something I can?
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, what is this?
Yeah.
So I don't go to the Lego
$600 for
store.
a
I just go to
paper
next Lego
A paper
store.
mache TIE fighter? Are you out of your mind? What's going on?
Exactly.
Oh, there you go.
Wally.
So
Again,
again, I don't go to the Lego store, but I just find this all over the basement. So I thought I would show and tell them. And I actually want to build this, but before I build them, I feel like somebody's gonna build them before me. But I really love brick heads. Like I think they're so cute.
They're
I've
fun.
always loved
They
them.
did a good
They
job
first
on
came
those
out.
too.
You say you like a couple of brick heads?
I like a couple of brick heads.
Hey-oh.
Hey.
With an
And
S,
I'm like, look
By
how
the way,
cute these
with an S.
are.
We're with an S, just to be clear.
Yes. Hashtag with an S.
But I
Brick
think
heads with
these
an
are
S.
so
Oh, come at me, Lego. Yeah.
Look how cute Merida's hair is. Like, I mean, they're so
Yeah,
cleverly built,
Nice,
you
nice
know?
and curly.
So I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to build this. I mean,
I did
haven't-
exactly. Did you get the whole wave in like one sitting? That's what I did. I was just
I
like,
did,
give them
yeah.
to me. Give them all to me now.
Bye.
And then
Yeah.
the last but not least, my mom came back from her South American cruise. So one of the places she went to was in Argentina. She watched the whole tango and everything. My mom likes to cruise, and she brought me these alfajores. I love these babies.
What are those?
So they're like cookies. They're like an Oreo cookie, but they're like also like coated with chocolate.
I just
So
Is that
this is
Russian?
It's exotic. I like
I don't know, right? Because there's a huge
Oh, I thought that was like
Argentina.
looks
Alfajores.
Russian. Yeah,
Or
the
should,
script.
or
on
should
it.
we be
Dude,
looking
it
at?
tastes-
Or should
Yeah.
we be looking at this instead?
I don't believe in calories.
303.
Whatever.
Yeah,
But these are delicious. you
Hopefully
know.
that's not per cookie. That's
Oh, it's
per box.
Dude, what is this?
That one's dolce de leche. So they have different flavors, but my mom knows I have
So-
a huge sweet tooth and I just love it.
So are those more like 260 calories in the U.S. with the?
Yeah, they're probably too small. I eat them together. I put whipped cream between them, you know.
You get 303 calories in Canadian. I like
Yeah. The exchange rate, that's about right. That's about
Yes.
John, what do you got?
Yeah, so-
I love your background, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Coruscant. Yeah, I liked that episode of Mando. Everybody hated it, but I thought it was fun.
right.
All right,
Who hated
everybody
it?
hates everything. It's weird. So I got I don't know if I did this on stream yet, but I think I was just talking to Nick off stream. But this is my third Amperu. I love her, and this one Hive was awesome because it was a open box but complete. So I got it for 20 shipped. I have two that I just haven't opened, and now I'm like, forced myself to do it. So this will be the one that I build.
There you go.
I love when the decision's made for me.
Yeah.
It helps. It helps.
And by the way, if we can just plug wise, which I'm sure we'll get to at the end, but this Baru thing took on a life of its own. I feel like I needed to get more out of respect because every year, because of this set, we're going to have this year our second annual Amperu's May the 4th Buyer's Guide. So
What's that?
it's Amperu. It's a May the 4th Buyer's Guide, like for May the 4th coming up. So she's in the title of my stream that I'm going to have. For
I didn't get to that episode for the first
Oh,
one.
okay. I was gonna say, how do you not know? You've been in the archives, but
I'm going down.
all right. Anyway, we called our May the 4th preview of the Amperu show because she was the set last year, and I thought it was funny, and so I'm gonna do it again this year.
I sold mine on Whatnot. Hashtag Whatnot.
Oof.
Oh, you got a good deal. The good
Oh, that's fun.
All the green.
All the green. I gotta find a fix for that. That's weird, but anyway, here's my ghost.
Yeah,
My ghost
that's
house.
amazing.
It's funny.
Wow.
Yeah,
There's
So-
even less balloons now.
this is like I think Ellie is causing this. Like
Oh,
Ellie's.
that's so funny. Oh my gosh, cool.
There's that. I got the side builds over. This is a little
What about the
tiny
ground?
guy that I found somewhere. I thought that was so fun.
Oh,
Little
man, I've been looking for
Okay,
that
yeah.
poly bag.
Yeah.
little 5-minute boy. And then the heavy hitter for the week is two things. One that we showed earlier, which was the 2-pack of the May the 4th Interceptor and the Fang Fighter. But then something that I haven't bought yet that I just saw pop up on Amazon for the first time in a long time. And I was worried it was retired, is the bookshop. So that's in the mail. I don't have it yet, but the bookshop's.
okay.
Yes,
I didn't get it. I've always been like on I'm like, I'll get it for it retires, but now it's like it's been seriously out of stock. I feel like for most of 23. So I watch it extend for another 3 years, but whatever. I'm like, I needed to jump on. So I went ahead and secured a.
It's a good one, man.
No, I think it's great. Again, a lot of people have issues with. I think it's fantastic, but so yeah, and then I'm going tomorrow to my wife thought she'd surprise me with tickets, VIP tickets, mind you, to Brick Fest Live.
I've been to one of those.
They're terrible. They're
North
terrible.
Carolina.
I got a custom Lego fig for custom.
Well, it'll be so Greensboro. It's in Greensboro. Yeah, it's gonna be in North Carolina. I think it's about 2.5 hours away. So we're gonna make a thing of it. It'll be a night. We're gonna get up in the morning, go get the hotel.
Your daughter will like it.
Yeah, no, and it's very hands on. She'll enjoy it, but I'm in it for. I mean, confession. Running around looking at box doesn't do it for me. I need to be able to shop, and I hear there's only like 1 or 2 shops, and but she's like, you're going, and she forgets that I already went to the one in LA, and it was bad, and so I was like, thank you, honey, so much. I mean, I'll take it. Like I'm not gonna complain about it, but so we're doing that, and we'll check out the scene over there, and then like I said, we'll make after that we'll go do fun stuff with the kids. I think I'll only be there for about an hour. It's a good way to explore a bigger city in our new area. So that's cool. I'll check Greensboro off the list. See if they got some barbecue.
Blue Ridge Mountains, North Carolina, or is that like already towards South Carolina, like the Blue Ridge Mountains? Like that was
we're Great Smokies. I think isn't Blue Ridge more like Kentucky, Tennessee Hive, something like that? Blue is Kentucky.
Blue Ridge. We were driving down to
Blue Ridge Mountains. Where are those?
Yeah,
North Carolina too. I know nothing. I know we have Smokies.
Maybe the Tennessee area. Smokies on the West Coast though. So
yeah,
I mean we have the Appalachian.
We drove to Florida for the first time last year and went through North Carolina, South Carolina, passed through the Biltmore Estate, but like just the view was stunning. Like
so to put it in perspective, I live 12 minutes from Biltmore Estate.
Oh my God, he lives 12 minutes from Biltmore Estate.
We just visited
that one is like a Disney World onto its own. Like the people who are like obsessed with Biltmore, we had no idea. We just go there for the day.
And my wife's a big wino, so she's gonna love it.
Wow, I know. I feel like I missed.
They make wine, baby. Yeah. So well, listen, if you guys do the roadie again, Nick, I do have a Lego store about 40 minutes south. Thank God. That was one requirement for me. We do have that. It's in South Carolina. But we could meet up at a Target, and have a little run.
We stayed near the outlet malls there, but by the time we got there, all of them were closed. Like we drove in so late, but like close enough to the Biltmore Estate.
But Sean, what about your Grail set, your Holy Grail set?
Oh, you want to see it?
What?
Oh, but before showing it, set the table a bit.
Oh, I'll set the table.
Maria doesn't know the story behind this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we sold our house, right, to get here, and we did, not tooting horn, but we did exceptionally well. And I told myself, if we did as well as I was hoping, and everything else went smooth, and there were no surprises and all that stuff, at the end of this, and you guys probably from experience, selling and moving with kids and the logistics and it was a really, really hard stretch. And this is with me still working and still doing our show, and I was whatever. I would treat myself, right? And so there's a set that I've wanted for, I can't say forever because I've only been in it for a few years, but when I first saw it, I have this. I had to figure it out. It's a set that there was no way on earth I was buying new, because I think if you go on eBay even right now, you're looking at $7,000 to $15,000 for this thing.
That's a lot.
New in box. So then the challenge becomes find a used one that's not outrageous, but also is in like minty fresh shape. Yeah. Because otherwise I'm not going to be happy.
Not yellowed. Some could be yellowed.
Oh.
Not yellowed. And Hive
What year was this? What year was this? Did this set come out?
1990.
1990. Okay.
And so the other thing is like, how's the sticker work on it? Because you can't buy stickers for this either. You can buy replicas, but you can't get the originals. And so I'm like, how's the sticker work? And So as far as the mechanics of the deal, I started hunting for one, and then eBay, there was sort of prices all over the place. And I finally found something that I was semi-comfortable with. I'm looking at it. I'm reading the guy's description. He says, this is the second time I've ever opened it. And I'm like, and it was just to take pictures to sell it. besides the first time you built it. And I'm like, okay. And it looked okay from the thumbnails and all that. But I DM'd him like, hey, do you mind posting a little bit of X, Y, and Z and yada, yada, yada. And everything checked out. I think I talked him down 200 or 300 off of what he was asking. And then what sealed the deal was I happened to have an eBay gift card that was just lingering around from Christmas or something, and that knocked another 200 off. So it got to the point, it got to the point where I feel like I paid like $550 out of pocket, which was a lot. Felt a lot better. Like that's a real bad day at the Lego store kind of thing versus a dagger like that. So you know how we talk ourselves into this. It's like I could have used the 200 responsible like diapers, right? But anyway, we'll save that for later. But yeah, so I got it. Shout out to Calvin, who's always in our chats. He has a lot of these sets, and I checked everything out with him. I reached out to a couple other friends, and I'm like, does this seem right? Is this good? And everybody's like, yeah, man, go for it. And you have the return thing if you need to or whatever, if something's not as advertised. But
really, okay.
This guy packed this thing. It's the most magnificent packing I've ever seen in my life on anything, quite frankly, other than like an Apple product. And it arrived great. Everything checked out. So let me pause the screen. I'll go grab it. Give me a sec.
I almost thought I heard like sparkle music. Like, what was that? Do you have like sparkle music? I feel like you need sparkle music for this. I'm all sorts of intrigued. No, that's not sparkle music.
I noticed Hive has sound effects too. And Good Morning Brick.
Oh, fine.
I keep trying to remember to use it.
Is it an app? Because I had my soundboard is just on an app.
Yeah, it's just
phone.
an app I have. And it's just got like tons of different sound effects, and I try and use them at the right times.
Yeah, the right times.
Yeah. But yeah, I've eventually I want to get set up with something more like there's like a soundboard you can buy and stuff.
Yeah,
almost dropped it.
Oh snap!
Oh.
Don't do that.
That's fine. Let's see again. Having it be opened already, it makes it less stressful. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it is the
like
legendary.
It's like the Aunt Peru.
Exactly. You treat them like gold. If you treat Baru good, she'll treat you good. But the legendary set 63.99, the airport shuttle.
Oh,
so this is a monorail, basically.
Wow.
How
the
vast
box
is this
is not-
monorail?
Box is not perfect on the top, but it shows real good from like here. And again, I'm sorry, guys. I have a green screen. I need to figure out how to fix that for them.
It's all right,
I was
man.
like, how is it so magically?
I really want a monorail.
So I'm a stickler for. I didn't want any yellowing. The tracks are all good, and then equally as important, right? The showpiece of this is the monorail cars themselves, and so. I really studied this guy's sticker work and all this stuff. And
yeah,
I mean, because you've seen it, you see a beautiful set and like the stickers are sideways and,
yeah.
But here's one of the cars here.
And so when did this become your grail set? Like
from the moment I saw it, because anyone who knows me knows I'm a theme park nut, and I would Disney monorail would be fantastic. I don't know if we're getting one, but
yeah.
But yeah,
how did you even come to this?
And the bricks are still shiny. I don't know if it's coming across, but they're like
yeah. No, it looks mint. Yes.
Because you came back, you said when you were 39. When did
There's
you have
no comeback? That was my I mean, that's a thing that people.
You started when you were 39.
And so
how did you even see this set on a video?
Yeah, I mean, once I get into something, just like the whatnot thing, once I get the bug for something, I dive in and I'm looking around. And did I seek out Lego monorail? No, I probably saw it on a Jang thing or something. I'm like, what in the world?
I must have you.
And we all know how much I appreciate girth. And so I was like, well, Jesus, that's like the big, and I think this is footprint wise, like the biggest set, and so, or one of them. And so I was like, it's checking all the boxes. And
can you imagine that being in your city, a monorail?
Oh my god!
And the thing is, we've a lot of us talked about this here and there is why we haven't gotten another one yet. you know, what
So
exactly?
the lore is, I guess, the patent some other company owned and they're defunct, and so they got to wait whatever those years are for them to be able to do this again in toy form, is what I've heard.
But they can't make it like a different monorail.
That's my point. I have no idea, but
Oh.
I want to hear the Hive rant when they do come out with this, and it's $1,299 because they're not doing it for. So this set I think retailed for $119.90, which was. That's another reason why it's a unicorn, because in today's dollars, I want to say it was like $300 or $350.
Right.
So I can't picture my mom buying me a $350 anything, not even a Nintendo back then. You know, those were only $150 or something. So
That's right.
and that was like the main present for your lifetime, you know, when you got something like that. So anyway, so I put it back in the bubble wrap, but yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this going, but yeah, from the moment I saw it, I had to have it, and it was at a price I was comfortable with, and I'm so glad that it's in great shape, because I would be.
Yes,
I'm just a weirdo. I need things to be crisp.
No, I'm the same. Like you know, like there's been a few items out there in the world that I'm still looking for, and
I'm a recovering like box freak. I used to be mega box freak. I'm not so much anymore, but because it's just too hard. But
I've decided in Chicago, I'm gonna buy either 2 pretty big items or 1 really big item.
Yeah.
Amongst other like, smaller items.
Can I help be your devil and your angel on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna definitely want to have everybody give me their.
I love it, because by the way, so last year for me, I hemmed and hawed on the OG Jabba's Palace. You know, I'm like, should I? Shouldn't I? I'm hearing rumor, and of course, you know, they can't. Which luckily, it was terrible. The new one.
Yeah, it's not as good.
I have a couple of things already on my list.
Yeah,
a couple. I feel like 1 big or 2.
Well,
two
no,
big.
it depends on if it's there, what the price is, that kind of stuff. You know?
leave Jesus out of this, Sean. Well, you know, he'll forgive me. It's his thing. All right. So, all right. So Hive, can we reveal what's on the Brick World list for you? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You can start pre-planning to get this for you.
I'm trying to remember the exact name, but the tower, the retired from
Tower of Orthanc?
Orthanc?
Yes.
What's the regular on that? 5 or 6, something like that?
Don't know.
Wait, how do you know these sets are gonna be there?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. It depends on if stuff
it's
is
like
there
me going to a pen show, hoping that my Holy Grail pen is gonna be there. Like someone is just carrying.
There's like a handful of some Star Wars ships, like UCS type stuff, that I want to see if it's there. That I'd like to get.
Steal it from Hive.
Maybe certain modulars. It depends on what they have. Yeah. Then of course, like Jabba's sail barge. That's one. There's a couple different Lord of the Rings ones. These are more on the smaller scale, but like there's a couple elf sets I wouldn't mind picking up. It just really depends.
Are there vendors already that would put their stuff online?
It's going to be the garage sale.
To feature?
I think they're talking about the garage sale.
Yeah, but do you know like what could potentially be there? It's really just like
a lot of them are gypsies. They don't.
So Jay, I would definitely buy that if that was the price at Brick World. Also, I might get the goat. It's a possibility.
Like the goat figure?
There are a couple
the goat set. Like the goat figure?
Yeah. There are a couple Star Wars figs that are on my list. Obviously, I've already got my most favorite one. I don't even mind showing it because it's so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Revan.
Yeah.
In the case.
Wow.
Is that case for a baseball? Is that like a baseball?
Yes. And I have baseball bat cases that I have my Funko Pops in.
Oh, cool.
Repurposed.
So I think we're still on show and tell, right? Like, is that where I'm on the page? All right. So I actually have some stuff. So I got some figs. I got some new figs, and a lot of Star Wars related. So I got this from Life Bricks. I got me the Bo-Katan with the helmet. I was hoping it would focus good, but it's probably
like Tyler.
Yeah. I got I think it's the Mandalorian Commander. I can't quite see good enough. Hera. I got her. I got Moff Gideon. What's his face? I got him. These ones I've already had. And then I've already had. That's actually the UCS Mandalorian.
Oh, is that a Darksaber?
Yeah, but that's it's so funny. He's right under Moff Gideon with that
Yeah.
Darksaber. But yeah, so the Darksaber that the Mandalorian told him, it is focusing a little bit. That I got from Ryan's M&R shop. It's such a great replica of the
wow.
Darksaber.
Looks good.
Yeah. So I've really been kind of going hog wild lately on some minifigs. I've been trying to snatch some up because, like whatever. Like I wanted to get that Moff Gideon because I knew it was probably going to come in price.
Sorry. This is
God,
the
airplane guy or shirt guy.
Like just I know he's not worth a ton, but
there's a lot of green on him.
I don't see a bit of green. I gotta fix something.
No, I'm just saying that he's
Sidious, I do need that Darth Malgus. I don't look. The Interceptor is great,
Malgus is 250,
but I would just really want Malgus. But yeah, it's just
Hive. What's the most you go on a Malgus? I mean, put me on the hunt, man. We'll find
what set did Malgus come in? I can't remember.
I don't know if I should try and throw out a number without knowing what it's currently going.
250.
It's going for 250.
Yep, I watched 1,000.
So check this out. Somebody on Instagram messaged me kind of out of the blue and was selling figs or whatever. And he had a Darth Malgus for like 160, and I really wanted to pounce on it. But I'm thinking to myself, I was like, no offense, I don't know who you are, and this isn't like Macari or something where I've got like buyer's protection or nothing. So if you scam me, dude,
if you don't know them, then no, that's not.
Not $160 for a minifig. It's too sketchy,
TJ knows,
but Malgus was So I don't know, man. It depends. I definitely.
It was that red ship, right? It was like the red ship. It was like from the old theme.
Look, even for me, even if I guess if I was like lottery rich, it wouldn't matter. But even I make pretty decent money, like enough that I can buy some nice figs. But over $200 for a fig, man, is really wild for me. I don't know if I could do it. Unless it was an investment, like I was gonna buy a Mr. Gold that I could flip, you know what I mean, to make a couple $100 or something. Sets are different. I will pay obviously over $200 for certain sets, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That's where that fig economy thing gets me. I'm with you, Hive. It's like 250 on a Malgus, or you could get like a nice ship and blah blah blah. I don't know.
And look. That's just because that's where my personal limit starts falling, because I don't want to shame or make anybody feel bad if they would.
No.
Because clearly I've paid, over $100 for a minifig, and some people would be like,
"You're out of your mind."
Yeah, right. Even people that know nothing about Lego, if they saw you even spend $20 for like a minifig, they're like, "What are you doing, man?"
Yes, right.
So I get it, but yeah, it's. I don't know, man. It's hard to find anything that I would spend too much money on. I don't know.
All good.
Look at it. I was like, whoa.
They're coming after you for that music earlier. I told you.
I forgot to mention in the beginning, though. Thank you guys for having me on as a co-host, and it was also great again talking to Sean.
So
oh my gosh, Mario figs. Oh my gosh.
So for my show and tell,
Jeez Louise.
Right?
Brett was talking about. He wanted me to show Sean.
Hey, look at me! I have a monorail. Whoop-de-doo.
Okay.
My Star Wars area. So
I have Peru. Holy F!
Is the Ewok village, but this is the expanded Ewok village.
You think? How many is that?
Just two. So I made the trees taller.
Wow.
And then
so we got the second.
So
one
I know you guys are hating the gift with purchase, but I used it for my, I guess, landscaping for my Jabba's palace.
Oh yeah, I was hating on those last night. I remember.
But these just
you've done is fantastic. You made lemonade, sir.
These just slide out.
Hey, you've made lemonade.
Look what you did with them, though, man.
So I have my Jabba's palace, and then my Boba Fett's palace
there you
in
go.
here. And then I just made a second Rancor pit.
Nice.
I
So
was
this all
trying.
fits
I was
together.
thinking
Because
about
you need
selling
two
my
Rancor
Rancor.
bits.
I was thinking about selling my Rancor pit actually. So if you need,
Do you
another
have
let me
one?
know. Yes.
Let's
I
talk.
don't know.
need
I
it.
don't know if I'm going to sell the Rancor.
Oh well.
Yeah.
And then
Then you're
here's a-
selling me a. I'm not interested in a pit.
Here's another gift with purchase. I just added to
Need a
my
friggin' Rancor
Tacodona.
for it.
Well, if I
Tacodona
sell it,
scene.
you'll be the first one I talk to.
And
yeah,
then these are the
dude.
Hoth. These are the Hoth gift with purchases.
Holy
in the
cow.
hot
The
seat.
build for $10, but the Rancor is all the value.
Here is
Ooh.
the X-Wings.
Wow.
For Sean to see.
That bottom left one? Which one is that?
Bottom left.
Yeah. What year is that one? Is that the newer?
No, it's like old.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know, 2012, 2013, 2014, something like that.
I always liked the color scheme they had going on with a couple of those.
And then
Ooh, look at that.
these are my
Careful. Okay.
these are my Sith. I think Malgus is somewhere in here.
God, dude.
Malgus
Damn.
is somewhere in here.
Look at all this.
So these are the bad guys,
Panic. Yeah.
and then these are the good guys. All the
Because you gotta
Jedi.
keep them separate, the Jedi Academy.
So this has been displayed like this since like 2012, 2013, but I just keep
And
adding.
what faction looks cooler?
Are they destined?
Bad guys or good guys?
Don't you let Dusk build on Revan.
These are the
Shout out to the
girthy
land
sets.
speeder. Land speeder is well represented. I love it. Oh wow.
Yeah, the popsicle. The popsicle's over here.
Oh.
That thing's
These are,
I don't know how
these are the
anybody can
girthy
hit that.
sets.
Yeah, they are girthy. Thank you. Yes.
here's my clone boys.
There's the
clone
boys.
guys here.
Dang.
And remember, that's BOIS, Clone Boys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got some more ships in here.
Whoa, can we back up a second? So that right there, that ITS transport on the bottom left, that's a Galaxy's Edge set, Maria.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was-
Yes.
I kind of
It could
regret
be a
not
ride.
getting it now.
It could be
Everyone
around.
should. Is that thing not awesome? It's like a little baby Tantive, right? It's
Yeah, no,
badass.
it's a cool looking ship, dude.
In hand too, it's even more impressive, honestly.
And it
Not-
seems very
not just-
girthy and swooshable.
It is, yeah. And by the way, don't feel too bad because I think it was
Here's a
100 or something. I don't think it went much less than 80 ever. It should have been cheaper, like most things, but it never got there.
Yeah.
And then here's some more ships.
Here's more shit.
So
Oh my
just
God,
recently,
you
I
used to-
went to see Duck Lego's room. I've never seen Duck Lego's like YouTube videos.
And these are
or
just like
anything. Those are really-
Pirates.
Yeah.
Pirates.
Yeah, boring.
Boring.
Come on.
And the Egyptians and the sun at the bottom. Pirates.
Some pirates.
He's got 72 Yellow Knight, Yellow Knight Castle Knights. Yeah, just chilling. Hey, how's it going?
I didn't feel for these. I just got these off Bricklink.
Maria,
I don't know
how, but I still heard you over my goddams that I was throwing out there.
These are
Wow.
the Lone Rangers.
Yeah, Lone Rangers was fine when they came out. I really
Shout out.
And then
That was
And
my
then these are
favorite
just
set
like,
over. Look at all my skeletons on my
stuff.
haunted house.
So many skeletons.
Skeleton
yeah.
army.
I do
These are
like
all
the
the
transition
skeletons.
from the
Nick, do you have the Nick, do you have the monorail?
No.
I do not have the monorail.
I'll tell you what.
I didn't know it existed.
Yes. Yeah.
Monorail trumps all that.
But I wanted to show Sean. I want to show Sean my amusement park area.
Kill shot. Yeah, here's the good news. Here's the good news. I have all that stuff. I just don't, have a place yet.
That little the waterfall thing you had in the beginning on the other side, like right there. Is that natural or did you build that?
He built it.
This will be part of
It looks so
when I
good. I
come
love
to
that.
Chicago.
I
So
love it.
this up here, and then one more down here.
Oh my gosh, Nick. What is this?
But they're all motorized. You'll see it. You'll see it eventually.
Dude, I feel
When we bought this house, my criteria was, will I have a room for my books?
Yep.
Lego
Okay, so-
never existed then.
So this is what I built this week.
Love it.
Oh, so I was building this. I got to bag 4.
Oh yeah, he texted me at work.
And Moana's hair was ruined.
Hey, how'd that happen?
It's like burnt.
So this was Moana's hair.
What?
That looks like
I
it
was
goes
like,
with that new
Like
this
just
a
bad
raisin?
quality
It
assurance.
goes with
right
the new Jurassic rhinoceros set.
I
yeah.
know it's like a
Some-
raisin or a
It
turd.
looks like my dog chewed on it.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So,
So,
he's
yeah,
like,
look,
I'm
that's
call
a
customer
really-
service. They'll
Oh,
send you.
man.
That's a really
So
awesome
Well,
many
grass
heaters.
keeps on going up, though.
Heaters.
It's a
Right?
windy day.
Oh, hey, listen, I'm an old person. What is this heaters thing I keep hearing all of a sudden?
They're like
We just started it a few days ago. It's all right.
Heaters
It's
are
just,
like flames.
Yeah.
It's like fire sets.
yeah, instead of
Fire.
saying fire, we're just like, so we were on Whatnot just joking around and we're like, dude, where are the heaters? They're like, what are you talking about? We're like, where's the good stuff, man? And anyways, we're trying to make it a thing. But
Yeah.
No, right on. So yeah, these are
hey,
awesome.
Brent Peters.
Look at this. Look at this Peter Pan. Right now.
I don't know how you guys are sitting in the damn room, to be honest with you. There's so many heaters in there. It's just,
When you
It's
take
so
off his
hot.
hair, he looks crazy.
Oh,
Well, put his hair
Right?
back on. Does he
Yeah,
look
put his hair
okay?
back
It's
on.
weird.
All right.
If you
So,
take off
Nick.
his hair, he looks crazy.
Is it like an optical illusion?
And then when you put his hair back on,
Oh yeah, totally perfect.
he looks normal.
Yeah.
all right.
He looks
So-
happy again.
So, Nick, we need to talk about this. When are we getting this monorail? What's happening?
Yeah. Come on, man.
We're gonna put it. I don't even know
Oh,
how
I'm
we
sure
can
you'll
find
find
it.
something.
Oh,
Crazy.
you'll find.
See, the only thing I would do for a monorail is make my own monorail for my. Like if I come in 2024, I'll maybe have a monorail with. 'cause
He's
these all
already
connect.
thinking of 2024, guys.
Like all of these.
course.
We're
He's a
we're
planner.
seeing like
I
5-year
took it apart
plan.
when,
5-year
the
plan.
coaster came because all of these sets were all here, but then I was like, okay, I want the new coaster.
Nick, that was you that said that you found the loop coaster more enjoyable, right?
He did.
I did.
I will see
I-
when I watch
Sean
all
likes
this.
this one, but more. Sean
Yeah,
likes the big one.
It's a longer
Nick likes
ride.
the
I like
drop.
it.
Nick, the longer ride, yes.
but it always
I
gets
like the
caught.
longer ride.
It gets caught there.
All I know is when I
Yeah.
watch all this, I feel like I don't have enough Lego.
It's
I
it's
need-
been
I
a
need
you know
more
we
Lego.
have been collecting since 2012,
I need more Lego.
2009,
I forgot how to turn this.
a long time ago, right? So this is it, like the accumulation of stuff, like one of my show and tells, and I didn't even show and tell, is I'm just so happy that I got just one of these Everyman Library books again, because only 5 of them get released every year, but I literally have like 600 of these in my house. Like, have I read all these books? I'm not that read, like. But
I'll tell
I
you
have
what,
read
I'll trade you the monorail for those books.
So something that I did miss out, and it's not Lego related, is during Star Wars Celebration, Funko released an Ahsoka Pop. That was an exclusive, and it was on online for a few minutes, sold out, and then they brought
What was
it
the
back.
retail Hive original? 20 or something?
15.
15. Okay.
And I think roughly it's going for like 40, 50, $60 right now. I wanted it so bad because I don't I just pick out Funkos that I really
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, same.
So
Yeah,
this is
that's
the
like
last
one of my
set.
favorite helmets.
Boosh.
I like this.
Dude, you guys hear
I-
about how much
when I saw the-
that
when I
iPad
saw the
Look at
picture-
the side, like the details are really nice.
Actually building.
Oh yeah,
this,
yeah, especially with
it's
the
really
phone.
nice. I was so
Macro.
surprised when I was doing this.
Macro, this stream has been a great bad influence. Oh, fandoms, we're already working up shirts for heaters. Don't you worry.
Have
So
some
Maria-
Lego sitting on a grill.
Like only heaters. Heaters only.
Maria didn't like this set when she saw like the pictures.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
She and Harold like were making fun of it. After building
Oh.
this, it was really nice. I think
No,
this is gonna be one of my favorite helmets now.
People are out of their minds. I don't know what to tell you. People are like, I don't know about that. It's like, are you kidding me? This thing's awesome.
It's really good. It actually looks, and just the way they built it, because you add the muff part
layers on
last,
top.
and
Yeah,
you just like slot it on.
The thing that's been happening lately that cracks me up in the whole fandom and in general is they're like, why does this get a set made? It was only in the film for X, Y, and Z. And it's like, dude, that's like, that's
Iconic.
Star Wars 101. Do you know how many figs they made of
Mm.
guys who were in the background and didn't even look at the camera? You know what I mean? It's like, who cares? Like, just
Dude, she is Boosh was in there in movies, if not almost as much as Boba Fett, really.
oh, for
but-
sure. That
but-
the Jabba scene alone, you know, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, so
people are silly.
yeah, it's
I mean, look, I can't complain too much because
That's
I'm
amazing,
one of
though.
them.
dude, can I like seriously? I gotta like that is.
What are we? What are
I
we
want-
clapping at? I missed it.
We're clapping
I
for that
want to-
collection. Come on, Hive, show some respect. It was like,
I wanted to show that to Sean because I know he liked.
listen,
the
you just
old
put me
stuff.
in my damn place. I'll tell you what.
Like the old stuff.
But to be fair, like you were saying, I didn't answer your question. I'm gonna do it real quick. So 2019, how did I get into it? Disney freak, right?
Mhm, mhm.
they made I guess was that the year it came out? I think so. The Disney train set. I'm like, whoa, what in the hell is this thing? And I was like, this is awesome. Oh man, that's a lot of pieces. I've never built a Lego. I can't say never. I'm sure for a birthday or but I never, I was just a straight figs guy, figs and air, and the jets and stuff, whatever. That's all I was as a kid. And I was also big into wrestling and wrestling figures and 80s and He-Man. There's a reason Nick and I are buddies.
Look.
You like all the same stuff. He-Man, G.I. Joe. Look at you.
Hayden has a huge bag of like wrestling figures. Like our kid walks around like this. I'm like, put them away.
I've got a lot of heaters still in box for some wrestling figures that I don't know what I'm gonna do
you're
yet.
blow Hayden's brains.
So, but anyway, so I bought that set, and I guess you could say the rest is history because I was like, oh, they make Star Wars too. That's interesting. Oh boy. Oh, look at this. Oh boy. Oh, there's that. So yeah, that got me in. Now I thought we'd have more Disney park sets by then. It's strange. It's weird to me though that I picked the train over the castle at the time. I still think that's a weird. But I think what happened was that Black Friday. It was like they kind of pulled a Black Panther. I guess it wasn't doing well, and I want to say,
oh okay,
it was $329. I think was regular price, and then it went to like two.
Remember it
was like 250. It was like 250 or something, and my mother-in-law is like, is there anything you want for Christmas? And I'm like, well, this is going to sound crazy because I'm old and, but I kind of want this. And she knows I'm a Disney. I'm like, look at this. She likes Disney too. She's like, that's awesome. All right. So how do we do this deal? I'm like, well, we got to wait till Black Friday, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, that's what happened. And that's how I got my start with the whole thing. And what a hell of a first set. Frustrating.
Oh yeah, right.
How long did it take you to build that first set?
150 years. I don't know. I was just like, I'll do one bag every 3 days. But what upset me,
the pieces in order.
That's
I thank you. Shout out to Lego. They showed the kid and they're like, don't do that. So, but I really started my hatred. And I know that's a dirty word, but I'm sorry. But my outright hatred for stickers began with that because I butchered the hell out of that set. And of course, getting into it and then I even did the pull it off with the thumbnail. It was horrible.
That should have been your show and tell.
But it's in a box right now with storage. But anyway, no, I've since gotten 2 packs of replacement stickers because I found out you can call customer service. So I did that. And then I ordered one on eBay just for safekeeping because that's always going to be like, my favorite set probably, or tied for my favorite set because it got me into it. And I love it as a set too. I don't understand. People kind of like shat on it at the time and I don't understand it. It's like that station is phenomenal. Yeah, it's Dollhouse, but whatever. Do something about it if you don't like it, So. Yeah. And to have anything Maria and Nick in the parks, I mean, like you got me. I don't give a shit what. I gotta stop cussing. I don't care what they
past midnight. You're good.
Well, whatever. I'm trying to be respectful, but I don't care what they charge. I mean, if they did make a legit Disney licensed monorail for $1,000, like I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like it's coming home. I mean, there's no question.
Yeah.
Well, I did check out that channel, Kragel's Creation.
Unreal. He's going to be on soon. We're going to get Kragel's on.
I have to show you that channel.
You should, Nick. You should get him. He's a nice guy. You guys would have a good time with him too. But can we quick pivot? And I'm sorry if I'm like acting hosty, but that's what I do. We all are hosts here. It's pretty funny. Disney. Nick, Maria, your dream sets. What are your dream sets, or what do you think is most realistic for a park set? Mine is Haunted Mansion. I see no reason why we haven't. I see no reason why we haven't had a girthy Haunted Mansion yet. It makes absolutely no sense. They have the data from the one that you have, the Monster Fighters one. They know that thing's what 600-700 used even. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You slap Disney, you put 500, you put whatever you want on that thing, and to me, that one's one of those. And we've talked about this a lot. One of those mainstream ones that brings everybody to the yard. Everybody knows Haunted Mansion. So
you should have like a whole line of it, like how Indiana Jones came out with their series. They can have like the globe with the woman who like gives you all. Like they can have a lot of like even like little trains that come with this.
You are activating so many critical fan bases with that one, right? You got your modular guys are going to buy it because it's a modular or modular enough. Disney freaks, check.
Yes.
specific
the kids who were
haunted
terrified of the
mansion,
ride, and then they were able to like ride on it when they were like,
specific haunted mansion freaks, because there's a
Yes.
lot of them out there that
Yes.
just collect
and it
mansions.
is just a beautiful Victorian house. Like it's
Correct.
gorgeous. Yes.
And you combine that with 6 other things I'm not thinking about right now. Seasonality, you drop it right at the right time.
You're at Halloween, you have graveyard sets. Beautiful.
And the movie is
And
coming
then-
out next year, by the way. Another movie
know.
of it.
Oh my gosh.
Please,
Even
it's
the
the
creepers,
ultimate
right?
slap in the face. You know what's going to happen, Hive. They're going to make a Haunted Mansion set. But it's going to be based on the movie and not the damn ride. I'm going to lose my mind. They better use that house for the movie. I don't know what the house is going to be in the movie, but
yeah.
And by the way,
you
to be
better use
clear,
it. It has to be canon.
Yeah. The only acceptable model, though, this is where you're going to get a little upset, is in fact the superior one, which is the Disneyland Haunted Mansion. It needs to be that one.
They're not the same. You don't like
No,
the same.
they're not.
Ride wise, they're very close, but the exteriors are vastly different.
Yeah.
What about It's a Small World ride? Is that possible? Would they be able to make an It's a Small
No,
World ride?
because It's a Small World ride is very much like just
No, but
it's all
like
like
just
the
have
minifigures.
something going around, and then
Well,
we have like
yeah, they would do
characters.
that. I would say I want to get yours, but my second one would be Thunder Mountain. I mean, could you imagine? It'd be unreal. Space Mountain, stuff like that. But what I guess that's one for you, Nick, is Small World. And I'd buy any of this. I'd have no bias.
Yeah.
What else would you
Dumbo
think?
ride?
And what do you think is realistic? I just feel like Mansion is realistic out of all.
Mansion is
I
realistic.
think Dumbo ride would.
I
be
mean, they have
realistic.
I don't know if
Well,
like the
I
Sims
feel
family
like-
treehouse.
I feel like I don't have a, see, I feel like I don't really have a stake because I don't really experience like you guys. But one, that tree isn't like a tree of life or something, like a giant tree.
Oh, yeah.
From
Avatar.
That
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
the monorail, and I feel like that's a good way to get around a trademark because Disney would be like, no, make our on our monorail.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It
So
has
maybe
to
they
do with the track mechanism, but I don't know why they just don't make it differently. Because I've seen
know, like,
people in their cities
Disney
raise
could be
their.
like, Disney could be like, make our Disney monorail track.
If anybody can get it
Disney's
done,
stamped on it, so it's trademarked.
if anybody can get it done, Disney can get. They have
also,
they have the dough.
what do you guys think about like an Epcot Center that's maybe cut or
Big golf
open?
ball.
And then you can actually see the ride going through it.
Because I'm
The
sure there's a
Destiny
lot
There's
of
a, there's a ride inside the golf ball.
lot of
Yeah,
like
it's like
Easter egg
the
type
future, the
stuff.
world of future.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah.
was just a golf ball.
No, there's a ride in there, but
I never.
Yes,
I,
rode.
I
if they
lost
can make
Nick
a-
in Epcot, so that was
if
one of
they
our
can-
first trips together.
I think that's realistic too. That's a great call out. I think like
Like
you
a
know,
Death Star. in a
they've
way.
made a Death Star. They've made the globe.
Mhm.
All there, baby. Let's just make it. You know, and
imagine even
Disney, are
more
you
so.
listening to this?
I don't know if this
amazing
is
ideas?
feasible.
guys, imagine a little Figment coming with it. Woo!
Well, I was thinking, I don't know how much more expensive it would be, but get us reflective or whatever the tiles, you know. So it's like
Oh, the
shiny.
spackle. Yeah,
I don't know, metallic or whatever, you know, whatever it would be.
Yes.
So because that would be really glittery, almost like a disco ball, man.
Brent's poo-pooing on your haunted mansion.
It's fine. I mean, when Haunted House we've talked. It's well documented. He tells me this every time. I'm fine with it. Fine, whatever. It'll retire. Give me my manch. And by the way, the movie is next year, so like, if it's gonna happen, it has to happen then.
Has to happen. I'm sure.
I don't see them not doing the movie because they like to do it. They just did it with Mermaid, right? They're
Yeah.
doing the new cast and not
And
the old
again,
cast.
right? Like this is like a classic Disney like landmark. It needs to be drawn back out. Like people who will go to Disney will go to the Haunted Mansion just because, but to bring it back to a new generation to love, like that's always part of the play, right?
Oh yeah, no, they're 1 bazillion% nostalgia based business. Yeah, I mean it's like no question.
You haven't seen the new Little Mermaid set, have you?
No.
It's kind of but I don't know. You might.
All right.
I mean,
You know,
That's her
it's
favorite
like-
movie.
I
Her
have
fa-
the
Nick, I
right
say
to
it's
know,
like hearing a song. I say it's like with Lego sets, like hearing a song. After
You
you,
have to hear it 3
after you look
times.
at it, if you look at it, you're like, you know, actually from this angle, she's looking pretty good. You know, like, so
Look at the butt
You
on
I
are
that
could
one.
be
drinking
swayed.
the poison.
Look at the butt on that one.
Yeah, that's right. You've done your homework.
All right.
Like spin it around. Let me see the butt on that thing. Yeah.
I think it's that
Part
time.
3.
It's time for news you can use.
Oh, another bop.
I think this is the longest we've been here now.
It just
I'm
keeps-
getting like my third wind of the day, and I'm like caffeine free at this point.
Man, you get me as a co-host and Sean as a guest. Woo! You go get some talking.
Oh, there's gonna be some talking. All right, tonight in the news we have no.
All right. And Sean's right. Like we're all hosts. It's so crazy.
I just wanted to jump in. Like, all right. So from Falcon Fan, we have.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Thank you again from Alan the Brick Fan. Getting better at that, I think.
I have to do it with one hand.
Like, I want to DJ too, you know. Like,
All right, so this is news that you can use thanks to Alan the Brick Fan. First up, we have so this is the Jedi 40th collector. What do you guys think about this? The coin. I know Hive has some of the older coins.
I like that it's a Death Star.
I'm glad that it's free and I don't have to like go out of my way for. I like it, but I
Are we
wouldn't
getting
like.
2 coins or just 1
No,
coin?
that's a flip.
They just
It's
flipped
a
it.
flip.
We're
It's a
not getting
flip.
2.
No,
Okay.
I mean, can you get
I
two?
was getting excited.
False advertising, Hive. Get them.
I know.
I, don't know.
That's
I might sell mine. I don't know. It depends. man.
You have this already?
It's
No,
Jedi.
I'll
May
be
the
getting
4th.
it.
Oh.
I'm a Jedi. Jedi is my favorite movie. I'm not saying it's the best. It's my favorite though, and of the
So, you're
franchise.
gonna
So I
think
got
I'm a huge nerd because I'm a huge nerd. Okay, so the Toronto Symphony Orchestra. They have they actually will play movies, classic movies, and the symphony will play alongside all the beautiful music. And I'm gonna take Hayden to the Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah.
In
That might be
the Toronto
cool.
Symphony.
First of all, it doesn't make you a nerd. That makes you a legend.
Is that this? I don't know. My son's like, I don't know about this, Mom. I'm like, you like Hamilton the musical? He's like, and you like Star Wars? I don't know about this.
So
Mom.
so this next one is for TJ. They're revealing the new minifigure in this new
Oh.
book, and so it's an exclusive J.
Oh,
Is it Forrestman, Jay? What are we looking at here?
yeah.
Uh,
I don't know.
just a new torso, I guess. I don't
I
know.
just want to piss off
Jason in the chat.
TJ. For-
Looks like it's
I'm sorry,
it's a-
Forrestman Lloyd. Is that what we got?
Oh, Forceman because it's green.
Wait. Scroll back down for a second. Hold on, right there. U.S. version of the book hasn't been updated yet with the cover showing Lloyd. So this doesn't.
So this
This
is
isn't
UK.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
US.
Oh,
Yeah, this UK.
but they have the whole picture and everything.
But they can still change things around depending on again.
So did you guys see the new blurry picture of the Ninjago
Ooh, I
market?
did.
What, the
It looks
bounty?
very-
No,
looks
the market.
very
the
big.
Ninjago City Market.
You mean
It's
that's
on
not a market?
Falcon Fan.
It's
It's
huge.
a new one.
Where are you gonna put it?
I was either gonna shift those
Oh
over
boo, Nick's already.
or just stick it there. I was already making plans in my head when I saw
You know what
this.
you should do, Nick, is you should just get rid of that Sith collection and make room for it.
There you go.
Go to me and Hive. We'll whatnot it. It'll
Not.
be-
It's a girthy set. Look at that. I
Ooh.
like that face mask. That
I
is
do like
very
Forrestman Lloyd. He's good. I like
Yeah, and look, you got the dragon on the chest, liking
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
liking it. Dude, but Ninjago always kills it,
Interesting.
man, for the most part, dude.
Mhm. They are.
Oh, this
Dude,
is something Sean would like.
Oh.
What in the
Look at this
blue
shot.
hell's happening here? What is happening here?
That is
This
Pirate
is
Knights?
Lego Ideas
Double
10,000
Helix.
supporter.
Wow.
This is cool.
yeah.
So
yeah,
Just
it's
try
very
Once
interesting.
once it gets to the bottom,
I'm never going to
Check
stop
it out.
watching this.
Yeah, I know.
it's
Yeah,
like
it's
a
one of
great
those-
ball-
Way too late,
one of those
guys.
meditation
That's
Dude,
wrong.
my wife has an unhealthy addiction to like these videos that do like perfect loops, and she's like getting me into it
Oh.
now. It's freaking me out.
and then this goes all the way down. So this
It's
is even for
meditating.
pirate fans. Pirate fans would like
Do
this.
something else
I
later.
feel like
to
there's
this.
a survivor game where they have to put like a ball and then they have to like time it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
And it's a great conversation starter.
So this is the double helix.
So how many pirates does it take to entertain you?
8. 8.
I don't know, but like I hope this
I like
gets
this.
made. I
Or even
You
like
can count
Bricklink,
sheep
Very cool.
or just watch
Bricklink
this.
or even like Bricklink designer programs, something like
Ironically, it looks like my sig fig because I always have like a yellow shirt and a red hat on.
Yeah.
that. going around.
Yeah.
you get 1% Hive if it goes live.
There
so
you
it's-
go. There we go. There we go.
So Sean was
Yeah.
talking about this yesterday.
I know. I heard you guys talking about this last night, Sean.
And apparently this comes with 75 different photos.
Oh
Is
my
that right?
Look, I'm gonna buy it because it's Disney. I don't like love it, but like I kind of don't have a
I
choice.
think they
am
did an
interested-
awesome job.
No, I know. I don't. There's something about the art that I just not art in general. I have a lot of those sets. I think they're fine, but something about this art I don't connect with just yet. That said, there's going to be was it 75, Nick? Some odd different designs. So I
Yeah.
want to see what all the options are, and I'd maybe just
160. So the
I wanna
whole thing
just-
comes. The
I
whole
wanna
thing
just see
Oswald
the
looks
instructions.
terrible, or if that's Mickey,
Wait,
I'm
does the
sorry,
whole
but
thing
like
comes with it, or you can only make like 9 figures
No,
at
you
a
can
time.
you can make it comes with all the pieces.
Yeah, some of
Oh.
them
Because
look
how many
good. Other
pieces?
ones
It's
not
1,000
so much.
pieces.
Yeah.
right, you get what I'm saying, Hive. Like
Yeah.
Snow White, great, looks good. You know, like
Yes,
the
Snow White's good.
princesses are honestly, I could see myself getting this, abducting the fig, and making a princess mural for my daughter, and we're all happy. You know,
Yeah.
like just
Which
I agree.
which ones would
Mickey
we
did
kick
great.
off? Which ones would we kick off? We
I
kick off
feel
Mickey.
like
Mickey's
Frozen
off.
Frozen is
Mickey
a
for
bit
sure.
is that even Mickey? I might be
Frozen-
Oswald,
Frozen
honestly.
top left, like Frozen, Elsa is like like she's not there,
This is Belle's okay.
right?
I like
you
Jasmine.
need a different
Jasmine's
contrast.
I mean, the rest of them
She's
are actually
blue
look
versus
good
not.
enough. I do like Dumbo a lot. I think
Mhm.
Dumbo looks great. They did a great job on the
This is
apple
good.
too.
The princesses have problems too, but I like the consistency, I guess, in them. You know what I mean? And you can
think
tell
he
what they
also
are,
looks
and
good.
like I'm fine
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
You know, and the hair's kind of done well.
Like you said, there's 75 different ones, so it's like
I wouldn't
there's a lot
mind
to
just
look at.
getting the instructions of how to make these and then just making
I'm sure we
them
can break
myself.
them up and like we can.
And
Yeah.
you know, Ombre
Yeah.
And having all
there's gonna be
75.
like all
The
kinds of-
100 thing is cool.
free.
You know, the little Mickey, the 100 Mickey in the middle is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice tile.
That's a nice. Is
You
that
get,
Chipperdale?
artist Mickey.
I don't know.
Who has the red
Oh.
nose? I forgot.
The dumb one.
You should know,
I'm
Sean.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's not
I should
polite.
know. I should know.
I can't remember
You
what
should
you
know.
said.
It's Chip. No, Chip looks smarter. That's Dale.
No,
That's
it's Dale.
Who do we need for this? TJ. Which one is that? TJ.
Yeah.
Good at this stuff.
It's goofier looking.
Oh, this-
Here it is
He's
again.
the encyclopedia. He knows.
This one's a banger, right?
Yeah.
Banger. Some heaters. If you're into
Tell
mini
you what,
dolls, boy,
yeah,
this
if
is
you're
the
mini
set.
dolls because yeah.
It's
Who's the
everyone.
gal that you had on Hive? She's going to be stoked about this.
Ruth, the door build.
Ruth, yeah,
And she was
adorable.
talking about it, and she said, "Yeah, the mini doll community was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, my daughter, this is definitely going to be a Santa Claus. We talked
I
about it
mean,
earlier.
dude, I don't even. Mini dolls are growing on me very slowly, but until like they change the leg setup. And
I
stuff,
swear,
it's
Hive,
like,
if you
I'm
start
just-
collecting these before some regular Disney ones, we're
no, I'm not. I admire a lot of them because they make good prints and the skin tones. They do a really good job on that. But dude,
let's
they
not
are
sleep
killing
on the
it.
set. The set looks whimsical and fun as well, you know, for kids. So I
Yeah.
look forward to building this and playing around with my daughter on this.
Yeah.
Jasmine's
I
in the
mean, dude,
library,
how you're
like,
getting 20 figs in one? It's like that's pretty
Mhm.
bonkers, man. Like, you know, and they're all
And some
They're
of
all
them are
heaters.
exclusive, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They finally, made them and stuff like that. Good stuff. Yeah.
I hate to say it, man, but if they put like 130 or 150 on this and they were figs,
Oh, yeah.
how many more would they
Yeah.
sell?
Well, anytime
You
I
would.
do get a friend set or something like that, I keep the hair pieces because the hair pieces are great. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
use
the
them
hair
on,
pieces
just,
transfer.
on minifigs, and then I just send Ruth, doorbell. I just send her like the bodies. I got a bag of bodies coming to you. Ruth.
not
Wow,
Dexter.
Macro said he's getting it for display. I can't tell if he's serious.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like if you bought a couple of them and mocked it up, dude, I would love
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that in the forest because
Well, the pieces
they're-
are fantastic.
Yeah.
That color.
That whole color scheme is just great. It says like a neon,
Very
black
South
light
Beach.
kind of-
Ooh, this is
Ooh.
cool.
What is this?
Ooh.
Owl. I don't know
Owl.
Edna's Owl House.
I don't know
But it
what that
looks
is.
cool.
But yeah, it looks great.
Maybe an anime. I don't know it either. I thought it was
This
Owl,
looks like
but it's not.
Sauron's eye.
I know, dude. I thought Lord of the Rings as soon as I saw it,
It's
dude.
a cool with a silo and everything.
But I don't. Do you know this, Sean?
No. What's in the
I don't
bottom?
know
Go in the
this.
bottom. Sometimes they tell the story of
It's
who
not
it's in.
Disney.
No.
Edna's
It's an-
Owl.
yeah.
The kids know this. It's an animated show.
Edna's Owl House.
Mm.
Okay. Hedgehog. Oh my gosh.
Did you see?
obsessed.
Did you see this yet?
No, I was obsessed with this game when it first came out. I would like be jumping.
So look, it
when
has
I'm
like a
playing.
smash button, and
Oh,
it shoots
cool.
the.
Yeah,
galaxy
it's like
around.
a play feature.
Man.
I don't know, man. It's good if you
You
like
see
it.
the Force Ghost hand in the bottom? I love the Force Ghost hand right there. Just-
Yeah.
You said Force Ghost.
it is, man.
Zombie hand.
Yeah. Young Anakin, young Anakin. Force Ghost hand.
So they're coming out with a bunch of sets, like sort of like Super Mario.
Now, this guy's really
These are
smashing the
minifigures.
hell out of it. Look at him. Boom.
Yeah.
This is
These ones have to
everything
Break the
that
rings.
Mario
wonder,
should have been.
like, I'm always like curious, like how
It is-
when they design things, like how they actually got feedback. Like, let's put a hand here. Like,
It is
There's always
interesting
a
the
process,
different routes
right?
they
Like-
took with Mario and Sonic.
yeah,
Because look, I can't deny, and it's not like I really like it or anything. But the Mario stuff is interesting for someone very young. They could get a little more out of it,
Mhm.
as long as their attention span isn't too short.
My daughter jumped around for 10 seconds. She was done. I don't know who that's fun
But
for.
I will tell you, yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I will say, you're right. This stuff I feel like you would get a lot more play out of it. You know what I mean?
Dude, that smash mechanism is better than anything Mario did. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
I really want to smash one of those balls.
They've really doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on that Mario stuff, man, because they just keep putting out new sets. And I'm like, wow, is it selling? It's got to be selling.
So if you want to get all the minifigures, all you have to do is get this set and that first set. And I think you get all the minifigures. Because this one comes with, Sonic and
I'm not
Robotnik.
Like I'm really gonna
20% off, Nick. 20% off.
Yeah, this will go 20%. I'll wait for 20% off, but I just want the minifigures.
That's a cool, different way of making a tree.
Yeah, it's cool.
Folded palm.
Has a bit of a Minecraft feel to it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do like, because like our kids don't play with the things that we have, right? In the sense that I'm curious to see the child who does play with this.
I'll play with this
versus breaking it apart, because it has.
I'll smash that button for it.
Well, I mean, that's the whole big difference between like sets and just building, which is bricks. You know what I mean? Because the sets, if you build it like you're supposed to or whatever, that's it. That's what you're supposed to play with. You know what I mean? Whereas it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure a lot of kids, the younger they are, probably like they just take it apart anyway,
eat it,
build what they want, which is good. It's what they should do. I mean,
so this is a challenge, a 45th anniversary challenge.
Really?
And if you win, you can buy this set on the Pick a Brick directly from the Pick a Brick hub. So I don't know. I don't know what this is.
What do you win?
No, like whoever wins this challenge, regular people can buy their set on the Pick a Brick hub.
Oh.
So, but it's a small one. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be some set that can house a minifigure.
Was it 150 to 200 pieces?
Elements.
Yeah.
I'm just going to submit, again, Amperu's homestead.
Here's another thing for TJ.
I mean, come on. Amperu, show some respect.
Right.
Poster for TJ. We get a little
Ninjago. They doing some crazy stuff. There's gonna be a lot of dragons.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
With the horns here, that's new.
I like that.
Almost looked like a lucha mask from far away. Nick, are we ever going to get wrestling?
Seriously,
we have the John Cena CMF, and we have another one too.
No, but I mean like a proper licensed. It would be crazy, dude. They could do the arena. It would be awesome. I don't know.
You'll have like a Big Show Big Fig or Andre the Giant Big Fig.
Yeah, dude, now you're talking Andre Big Fig. Oh man,
that would be great.
Elf, dear Lord.
Oh boy.
Look, I'm optimistic. They did Home Alone. Why not? Right?
Yeah, true. And
I love how these guys, though. I love how all these guys put and bless them, but they always put like 9,000 minifigs. Like
that's what Nick's already going. How do I get this?
I'm just looking at different hats. They have a purple hat.
Lego almost kicked it out. They're like, we're not giving you 22 elf figures. Yes. Although they went nuts on The Office. Anything's possible.
So. This looks like Dwight.
I was gonna say since you said it.
But there was a lot of specific characters. It was hard to leave.
Why is there a narwhal? I don't remember that scene.
The narwhal? You don't remember the narwhal?
How come I don't remember the narwhal?
I think that's like the iconic scene from Elf.
I need to watch it again.
So ice cream pop.
Ooh,
this looks cool.
Yeah.
Why is there like a tree that
has a bit of like Fire Brigade mixed in with?
Because Maria, peace count. That's why.
I love that. I love the tree up there like that. It looks great. It reminds me of some of the places in Baltimore.
There's like a tree in Ninjago City like this that's like built into the.
Yeah, in Ninjago City Gardens.
Yeah. You know what sucks is like I don't think there's maybe one I've seen that I wouldn't buy. Everything else I'm like, okay.
Which one would you not buy?
I don't remember, but
the book
I'm just saying, fine, I'll buy all of them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just optimistic here.
Oh, this is something Sean would buy.
Yep, we need to get it because it's going to go in a theme park. And by the way, shout out, what is
Look
friends?
At this. It spins. You can motorize this
in the game, and also, can you go to the bottom left? We've got a damn Surfwave simulator thing too.
Oh, dude, I never even noticed that.
Cute. I didn't see that.
Our first
motorizing
wave simulator.
The octopus. or this part.
You could put the Hive minifig on that, and get rid of this mini doll.
Like hang
Actually,
tight, dude. Or
I
hang
might get
loose.
this because I have a beach area.
I like the also
this one
the
looks cool.
squid or whatever by the bar.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
eye
say.
patch.
No, I mean
This-
honestly, you could adult this up or whatever you want to call it with a couple quick, changes, namely the
Look,
figs.
it's
And
even tiled up. The boardwalk.
boardwalk.
dude, the rainbow staircase is rad too. Look at that. I like it.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Shout out to this to friends just
Right.
killing
When
it.
Release?
Is this a heater?
Is this
Yeah.
Oh, this is most
Yeah.
certainly a heater for sure.
June? Releasing in June, 1348 pieces.
Hey,
I don't even know
friends,
these new characters.
friends is on fire. There's still some stuff I need to
Look
get
how
from
they
what's
look
out there.
so
right
they
now.
look so confident now.
They're
These-
I know,
Gen Z.
man.
they're not like
This
sweet
is
anymore.
Gen Z.
Dude, those
They kind of look like jerks now. I'm with you, Maria. Maria, you said
I mean, I
confident.
said confident, but
You
okay,
said
jerks,
I love
yeah.
that. I love that you said that, but they do look like little jerks, And that's,
They're looking at you.
Jersey
They're
boys.
judging you right now.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
you're not cool enough to hang out at our.
Do
They're
you
like,
think you're cool enough to play with me?
Ready for
yeah.
this?
Hang
Can I
out
go
with your-
back
go
on
hang out with
TikTok
your-
now, Dad.
Look, they're like, go hang out with your minifigs.
I know.
Come on, Dad.
Come on, Dad. Quit playing with toys, Dad. All right.
Dreams theme teaser release.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you
we're
something.
getting- we're
What
getting
I've
more
seen
and
from
more-
this,
This looks
this is
so
gonna be.
weird.
This is either going to be good or it's going to be video or it's going to be like.
Like,
this
is this a figure with like the skinny
Dude,
leg?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I like it.
little tiny bits of stuff.
I really like the alligator monster over here on the left.
That
What do you
looks
guys
like
think of what you've seen so far, though? I'm intrigued. I'll say
I like
that.
this.
I'm
I like
intrigued by
You like
big
the
rabbit.
cutesy and I like the scary.
I like the big rabbit.
But I also know that stuff on screen and stuff in
Yeah.
hand is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, those aren't.
Videos.
That's not supposed to be a set, is
This
it?
is the television show.
Lego
This
Dreams.
looks like
okay.
it's a television
Yeah.
show.
Okay.
I don't think this is.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get a clunker alien, whatever that is, with
Yes.
a flower piece on the back is what we're gonna get. See, I edited
Taylor
myself there.
Swift lover.
So this is the next BTS set.
Oh,
The next BTS set.
Taylor Swift
Lover.
lover.
Oh
house.
no, okay. Now Hive, don't
Guys-
make any bets on anything Taylor Swift. You will lose.
Look, it's even lit softly. I mean, it's already
Shy would be all
yeah,
over
it's
it.
a beautiful looking dollhouse. Yeah.
No, it's cool, and it's not for everybody. But the T Swift, we talked about the BTS army. Dear Lord, she's out there selling out. Taylor Swift's out there right now selling out every football stadium for 2 or 3 nights in a row. All of them.
Where is she this weekend? I think Gina's
Tampa.
watching a concert.
She's in
Oh,
Tampa.
yeah, yeah.
My friend's daughter. Or I'm sorry, she's in Houston. My friend's daughter's there.
Yes.
So I would assume this is a display piece because it's not something that looks like
I wanna see how
in a
the front
city
looks.
necessarily.
No, but the whole video is about the inside.
I know,
of the house,
but was
right?
the front just
The-
bare,
it's
or does it
just-
actually
it's
look
just
like a
in your
house?
imagination in the,
What, there's
in the
no
music
front?
video. There's no front.
Nick's out. It's a dollhouse.
And
again.
I'm sorry for my haterade on Taylor Swift. So check this out. I took out those 2 minifigs, the 2 rockets, and haven't built the ship
Oh.
yet.
Shy is ready for it. His body is ready for this Taylor Swift set.
I know he is.
By the way, this airship, I don't know what that article said. It's caught the end, but it's 65 right now on Best Buy for those. I don't know if it still is, but
Oh,
Amazon sale.
Yeah,
okay, so maybe it is on Amazon too. Okay, but anyways, I have it. Highly recommend.
35%.
Yeah, this is a good one. I like
Yeah.
the big.
There's 2 or
I
3
like how
good Mario sets, and this is one of them.
Mhm.
This is
Yeah,
the one of the
I
few
agree.
that I bought.
You
This
can
one and the
display
Bowser.
this. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Display worthy.
Bowser is good too.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about of the Dum Dum play sets. This is the best. Yeah,
This sucks.
Yeah.
yeah. Who wants to do that?
Yeah,
I saw people with a straight face go around and act like that was fun, and I'm sorry. There's if that's fun, I don't know what to tell you.
And I'm still trying to figure out how to use these pieces for like.
Don't figure it out, Nick.
mock-wise.
Just build.
No, I mean mock wise.
To do something
Oh,
else.
okay.
What am I gonna do? Because I
Okay.
added it to my collection, but then I'm
I don't
like,
know.
when am I gonna use this?
I don't know, but the boat looks nice on a shelf. End of for me, that's the end. It's like okay.
It just seems like such a waste of something that you would just really enjoy once.
Oh, Maria likes these
I do.
Oh, yeah,
Hallmark,
yeah.
Wish book already came out. The
because these
Dreams
are
already came
minifigures,
out.
but they're bigger.
I know.
But-
So I actually
And they
wanna
sell
go
out in
Hallmark
like 4
this weekend.
seconds, right? They're hard to get.
They do. Yes.
I didn't
This
know
is
they were hard to
cool.
get.
Oh yeah,
They're hard. Yeah.
I think that
What are-
right, Maria. They're like day
These are
one.
the
You got to
ones-
get on waiting lists and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
I'm
like
not
a
in
dream
this
list
world
book.
today.
The dream list book.
Which are the ones that we have?
We had
the stormtrooper,
the stormtrooper with a Christmas sweater.
Darth Vader.
No, I missed out on Darth Vader,
Oh.
and I tried to look
What?
for him. I know, I'm very sad.
Because
Harry
I
Potter,
feel
you're-
like my Kohl's has these things all the time.
So I have like a small Christmas tree.
You should
that I
get them
keep in
because
our
they're
house.
bigger.
We
They're
shouting
bigger
out,
than
wow,
the
cool.
Like
regular.
this. Feel like this. But yeah, I keep a Christmas tree during the whole entire year, and my favorite ornaments go in there.
I just like them because they look like minifigures, but they're bigger.
And I just like them because they're
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
ornaments.
Oh, and okay,
Ooh,
we went through
nice.
that already.
Yeah.
All right. So we're winding down.
Wow. Now I don't know how to go to sleep. Like, I mean, it's practically like when I wake up.
Sean, what are you up to this weekend?
Well,
Going to a
tomorrow I'm
show
going to
on
I'm
the
going to
VIP.
Oh, yes.
I have VIP access to
Right.
Brickfest Live. I'll be there for
Hour.
I'll be exactly there for an hour. I look
You said exactly.
exactly an hour.
I will
Here-
tell you
here-
guys what I
nice
heard
watch.
from- Right.
Look, I have two. I have the little one, so I have an almost 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. And from in fairness, you know, I think it is more kid focused, and we'll let them go do the
It is.
activities. I think you can
It
build a
is.
slot car. You can build a slot car and all that kind of stuff. So
Race
like-
it down.
I'm glad it is like I'll get some value out of it for them. I'm personally hoping there's some vendors and stuff because that's what I like.
Yeah.
It's strange, man. I kind of outed myself the other week, like walking around and looking at 1,000 mocks all day. Like that ain't my jam. Like I appreciate what you guys do, and it's
You might
fantastic.
get there. You might get there.
No, I'll never get there. But
Oh,
I was never there.
I
until,
believe-
like,
no, but I mean,
I believe
I show it the respect, and I'm like,
3
it's
years.
cool. No,
It
I
took me
like
3
it. I
years.
respect it, but that's just not like I don't know. My brain's like too. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
awesome. God bless you. You're the best. Congrats. And especially if it's my friend. Like I'm gonna go around and see your guys' stuff, and I'll be like, this is incredible. But like, anyways, I look for more out of shows than that. And this just is gonna be like some mocks and then like buckets of bricks. So I'm like, I don't know. So we'll see. But anyways, yeah, we're doing that, and then we're spending the night, and then I warned her that it might not be all it wants to be, so she's like, well, this is your weekend for daddy, so we'll make sure we could stop at a legit Lego store if you need to. And I'm like, well, all right.
Nice.
All right.
How about you, Hive?
Well, you know, I have Good Morning Brick World on Sunday. I'm gonna be streaming with Danny Bob tomorrow for a little while.
okay.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Good-
Her
Oh, that's a cool deal.
100,000.
yeah. She got to 100
I think
100,000
Greg-
subscribers.
Wow.
London Bricks is
Um,
going to be on there, too.
Yeah, so I want to say it starts at 3 p.m. Eastern time, but it's left definitely in the afternoon. But you definitely should go check it out.
Yeah.
As always, Danny's.
In fact, that's what I'm going to do at the. That's what I'm going to do at Brickfest Hive. I'm just going to stand there and watch.
I'll keep you busy.
My wife will be so pissed. She's like, "Really? You can't even do this, and you're at a Lego thing, and you'd still rather watch?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, they're my friends." Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to
Just wanna go
support
Lego.
Danny Bob, you know.
I'm like, "Well, honey, you got 100K. Come on now, show some respect."
I got a couple different videos that I'm working on. It's just they're taking time, and mainly because like I was saying earlier, like I've been building the Daily Beagle after work all week and stuff. But I am working on another stop motion. I've been working on that, and I'm working on like another topic video. I got a vlog coming out again, so I got a lot of stuff just
Busy.
shooting out. Yeah. So
Anything to plug,
yeah.
Sean?
Yeah, just a couple of brickheads. You know, I mean, that's it. That's my one and only. And yeah, we got Just Too Good coming on this week. And then on a random TBD day, not a normal Thursday night show day, we're going to have Ryan on again to do the second annual Amperu's May the 4th Buyer's Guide. It's a mouthful. It's kind of like that thing from Office where it's like too long of a title, but I'm like, that's what. I
Oh,
don't know, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's funny. So Amperu, she'll be back in full force. Never forget. We're going to do that with Ryan. Just kind of like, you know, he did a shorter form video on it, but like kind of doing the math and, you know, what you need to do to hit the GWPs, what we think is going to sell out, like that kind of stuff. And then the week following, Mark Larson from Brick World is going to be on May the 4th. So we'll pick
Mark's
his
a cool
brain.
guy.
Yeah, we'll pick
Are
his
you going to
brain.
try to
and-
get a foosball tournament? You're going to try to propose that to him?
Come on, Nick, you know me. You know me a little bit. Do you think we're going to
Sir,
get that to happen?
It's already in the works.
Maybe. Hive, I don't know if I told you about this wacky idea, but I want to have a foosball tournament at Brick World.
You told me about it, and I asked you if it was going to be actual foosballs or if it's going to be that Lego set. And you said
It's
Lego.
going to be look, well, exclusive for the show. We have formally requested, I don't know how many, 3 or 4. We'll have a tournament, and the winner, probably walks away with the set or something like that.
I just feel like when I played, the set's just going to disintegrate.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, I've tested it.
Hands.
So do I. But I mean, like I'm telling you, like it's pretty. If you watch the reviews, though, everybody bashed the hell out of it, mainly about the price, and I get it.
Right.
But if you watch the videos, in fairness, even the people who hated the set the most goes, you know what, though? It's pretty durable and the play is actually okay. But here's what it's about. Number one, it's the irony. Everybody hated this set, so of course we need to celebrate it. Secondly, and I think the coolest part of this, honestly, if we can pull this off, is what you're starting. I believe it's 5 in the game on this version. But what your starting 5 is going to be for your team. I want to see people get real creative with their starting 5. Like, will somebody actually use a Cloud City Boba for this game? Who knows? Could somebody combine a Ninjago guy and a mini doll and a this and a, like whatever. Like, I want to see the creativity come out, and so-and-so would make for a hell of a goalkeeper and stuff. So we're really going to try to do a winner of the tournament. And we also want to do like who had the sickest heater of a team, and they'll get a prize too, because I want to see that creativity come out. You can use the regular soccer guys if you want, but I don't know, if you show up with some stormies, it could be cool, so we'll see.
My second question is, what's the day that you're tentatively thinking about this medieval times get together?
What? That's out there?
We gotta plan this out.
And our families allowed to come as well.
Of course. Put it this way, if we do get that going and Maria is not there, like I'm not going either. So Maria, you gotta go.
I was just gonna Uber everybody,
Listen, I'm a huge Maria fan.
Eight
Maria,
people, we can
so wait, I can have beverages and you'll drive me back. I'm loving this idea.
Yeah. I'm like right across the
I guess I'd be
hotel.
Ubering either way.
I also am a good chaperone because I don't really drink. I'm going to drink one night while we're there, but that's going to be at the hotel.
But I drive.
Hive, can you make an exception though and have some with me at medieval times? Come on.
Yeah. As long as Maria drive me back to the hotel.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
No, but family's welcome. We do need to pick a day, and then
last year?
I want to call and negotiate a group rate, and then we can all go into the same reservation or something like that.
Powerful in that aspect. I love it.
It's on my list.
Over.
I'm gonna be like, listen, do you want a bunch of nerds to come to this thing on a random night? Here we are. That's what we're doing. And by the way, content opportunities galore. You guys could do some castle stuff while you're there. It'd be a lot of fun.
You bring little soldiers, and then you can put your little minifig beside the dark platter, and then a horse.
I was telling Shy, I'm like, I need to hit up K-Town Bricks because they actually have some of the guys that look close enough to what they.
Oh wow.
So that you guys know the setup. I don't know if everybody knows it. I'll run through it briefly. I believe it's like 6 nights. They fight in a tournament. The results, it's like pro wrestling. The predetermined, of course, and not actually killing each other, but there is a different winner every night. So if you happen to sit in the section,
you get
you're voting for one.
It's awesome, and even if you lose, it's still fun. But it's super cool when your guy wins that night. So
you just don't see what you're eating.
Well, you got a big drumstick.
Probably for the best, but the point is, you use your hands, and I love Cable Guy. Where she's like, "Excuse me, can I get some silverware?" And they're like, "This is medieval times, hence the reason you're eating with your hands." Now, would you like Pepsi or Coke?
Yeah.
But anyways, yes, Nick, we'll get on that. But yeah, hijinks to come for Brick World. We're all excited, but I don't want it to be too much of a working event. I would like to just hang too. So, but if I can have my foosball tournament and make that a big, cool, fun thing, then we'll do that.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna wind down. Thanks
to
Danny Fandom for popping by, and Stud Sidious, Macro Bricks. Nice to see you. Tavern Bricks. We'll see you in Chicago. Johnny G. Thanks for coming by. And Shy Time is my time with the Killer Swift Love. YOLO! Thanks, YOLO, for coming by. Brick Hearts Live. John will be there. Moments of the Magic. Thanks for popping by as well.
He's feeling better.
Feeling better.
Good.
Good
Yeah,
squirrel.
Moments wasn't feeling so hot this week. I'm glad he's doing better. Yeah.
Yes.
And TJ, the Ninjago love. TJ's loving the new Ninjago market. Oh, I already said giant. And Brent at work. Brent showing some love.
He likes the Force Fist. Yeah. Force Ghost Fist from Sonic.
And I know Max was in here too.
He was.
Well,
Yeah, he was.
I'll say-
I
He
got
might be
a
hurling
Max too.
fastballs at somebody's head right now.
Apparently, I forgot. I'm trading something with Max at Brickwall or something. Wait, or Max going to Brickwall?
I need to get into that inventory a little bit too. What's going on over there?
I don't.
In the beginning of our shows, we used to always like share what we're reading up.
Mayo
And this is
Hospital.
the first time that I'm using my 50th anniversary Disney.
What? What's he saying? Punch his
Come
couch cushion.
Richie from Our Toy World. I think this is the most comments we've had. Thanks to Sean the Right Way has brought all these comments.
The right way. You can't go wrong. That should be
Right?
the thing, right? You
Can't go wrong.
Try to bring the boys to the yard. You know what I mean?
can't go wrong.
Oh, Open Build Repeat made an appearance out of this dark age. And
Yes,
Howie
Ricky was out there.
Howie's stuff. Howie's a good guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
an Angry
quite
Dragon.
quite the people up there.
And Devin. It's slowly getting larger.
Hey, can you send me some of these heaters you've been playing? I need some background music for life. Like I can picture this one. This is the get the kids ready for school in the morning.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
Macro. Oh, our middle guy has even
Put
more
your
bad
shoes
than
on, or
Yeah, so this is it. He's been composing. He's like, "What are you gonna use my new beat?"
me. All right.
hey,
You're like, yeah.
he's got some
I'm
hip
not
hop
part-
tracks. I have some ideas. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So thanks a lot.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
But until next time. Merry
I was
Christmas
not-
and bye.
Bye bye.